So last session, we actually started out at Butterskull Ranch, and you had just saved Big Al, and you also kind of found out that he wanted to give you some gear as a reward, and well, it ended up that you had already looted all that gear. The orcs had actually killed out his family and his farming hands, but he got together what was left of the farm animals and was able to head off with your guidance to go down the road that you guys already came up, which you felt was pretty safe for him to travel down. And then you all were able to head more northwest, northwest, and took a little camp, and you found a spa that was in the middle of nowhere that everybody was kind of no, there's something wrong with this spa. There's something wrong with this. I'm just giving you the
Didi
spa
had
day.
zero problem with spa day. You're
did a
welcome,
swan
dude.
dive with.
Yeah, Joff was so sweet. He made me a rope swing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fayvre helped out and just casted that, and they able to do the swan dives. You also found a soldier's note to a dearly beloved.
Yes.
And then morning came, and you were able to start making your way down to the loggers camp. And at the loggers camp, you immediately noticed it was raining and thundering, just like a previous encounter with a thunderboar. And you had actually found this thunderboar just over the ridge next to a troll, and found out that Baelfor, that was actually your niece.
Yep.
Yeah, through the I forget which one it was. I think it was Fayvre or Didi, but one of you were talking with the animals. You were able to figure out why she was trying to not attack you, even though you guys almost killed her and the troll.
Hey, I mean,
almost one-shotted it.
I rolled so well, and I'm so sad about it. You don't even understand. I rolled a nat 20 on a level 3 holy. I was like, oh, here we go. Nope.
It was Fayvre. He beat me to it.
Teamwork.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Cecil the
Thank you.
Thunderboar had told you all that the town, or rather the loggers camp that you're in, most of the inhabitants had been turned into beasts, and that through a blind rage into Cora, and she rushed over to the loggers camp here, and that's where we discovered a giant monster coming out from the ground and being tossed by Ted into the ocean. Didi went to go and investigate the lake, rather, and found out that there's two of them now.
Oh yeah, that's where we left off. We were on the side of the river. It was my. Am I still initiative? It's my turn.
Yeah. You moved.
Ah.
You can move like 2 more blocks to your left or to your right or backwards if you want. But I think that was it. Like you moved all the way over. But
my toes are in the water. I'm cool.
Okay.
I just want to say thanks for not killing more of my family. And I know that doesn't have to stand the rest of this session, but good to end there last time.
Just see how it goes.
Yeah.
Well,
I will say, Cuomo and Eris are both ahead of the 2 beasts that are in the lake right now, so that's good.
Yeah.
I'm
Go ahead, Didi.
gonna do something I've never. Well, it's not that I've never done. I'm gonna cast a spell. Thank you. I'm at distance, and so I'd like to. Should I draw the ruler so you can see? I'd like to fight this one.
Okay. Yeah, this one on the left. Yeah.
Yes.
Perfect.
Let's party, Nikor. I'm gonna cast. I haven't cast enough spells to have one at the ready. I'm so sorry.
Okay. You haven't casted any
Primal
spells yet.
Savagery. I'm gonna cast Primal Savagery. I don't know how. So I guess I just. What do I do first?
So with that one is when you have to be right next to them. It's like a melee attack.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna cast Frostbite. I can be 60 feet away, and I'm only 25.
There you go. Perfect. Okay, so
Okay.
go ahead and read that. I believe it's something that you have to.
It's
roll
the
to-
con save.
Is it a con save?
A
13.
DC 13.
Yes.
Oh man.
Thank you for knowing this. How do you guys know this? Did you like open my character sheet?
When you
Maybe.
press cast spell, it pops up on the
Hails.
right side of Forge.
It's here. Yeah, Ian just did it. When you do, I'm so sorry. One more time. When I cast the spell, it shows up on Forge.
Yeah, on the right side. Do you have all
Yeah.
those like rolls on?
Yes,
yeah,
but
it
I
says
was.
save-
How did Ian know the name of my spell and its abilities? He had to
Because
look
I
at
have
my character.
D&D Beyond
'Cause-
website up.
Well, I just click on like in Forge you can click the frostbite word and you can read the whole spell. Like I know that
Shows you right there.
on a failed save
Yeah,
they
it
have.
shows on there too.
Nice. All right, so they rolled a 2. So you can go ahead and do your damage.
And then they have disadvantage
Eight.
on next
8.
attack roll.
Oh, and it's a cantrip, so I still have all my spell slots.
Absolutely.
That's exciting.
Oh, how exciting!
And then
Um,
it also has disadvantage on its next attack roll until end of turn.
Yeah, that's awesome. So
I appreciate you so kindly helping me play my character.
so this like mist comes out of your palm and shoots straight over through the lake right into the face of and by the way the Ankeg. And who would know that Baelfor, you rolled like a 20 or 19 on history last game. Cora had rolled like a 5 or 6, but you both would know the name of it. Baelfor would know that it doesn't like cold. So in fact, it took a lot of extra damage from what you can tell, as it literally just its entire face is just like and it just like moves back and splashes in the water as its front face is frosted over. So
He was afraid of my unicorn hair.
we still have a bonus action if there's any. I don't know if you have any quick bonus actions you can do, but other than that, anything else on your turn?
How would I determine if I had the ability to bonus action?
It'll have BA and
Go to the actions tab, and if you scroll
Yeah.
down, it does list out after actions. It'll list out bonus actions, and
Oh.
sometimes it has spells there that are bonus actions.
Or actions like
Yeah,
shape shifting.
Exactly.
I can use wild shape as a bonus action.
Mhm.
I can use healing ward as a bonus action, and I can use 2-weapon fighting as a bonus action. I'm not sure how that works though.
yeah. It's what Cora does. You use your second weapon. So you have 2 weapons. You're using your second one to hit. So it's possible.
I'd have to have 2 weapons equipped.
Yeah, that would be the only thing on that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sure.
Do I even have any weapons equipped? I have no idea.
There you go.
I have-
You got
went-
short bow.
Go to your inventory.
Listen, I'm here
None.
for the role playing, darlings. I don't actually know how to play this game.
Oh my god. All right. So with that, I'm sorry, I goofed the numbers here. Should be a 19 there. Okay. It should be Fayvre and Webster. The order was weird, but yeah. Anything else, Didi, on your turn? Just making sure.
No. I'm lovely. Thank you. Thank you for asking.
lovely.
You are lovely. All right, Fayvre, it is your turn.
Okay, cool. So we've, from what we know, we've eliminated any threats inside the building.
From what you know, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Right here on the map, it's not so much a hole; it's just a lot of destroyed debris. So if you go through the house, it would be double movement to walk right through it. But you could, or you could go around.
Question though, didn't you say that we got free movement since he yeeted it all the way out there until?
We were still going like one by one. 'cause
The
we were-
initiative.
Okay, I just didn't know if you were gonna
started-
still do the like movement penalty and all that stuff. If you would just let us get out there, otherwise Didi's gonna get blown up by 2 bugs at the same time.
Chris, I
Okay,
appreciate
so-
that you raised your hand.
It looks like if I go that way and then with my 35 feet of movement, I should be able to get there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Can't you just go straight through the house?
I could, but it would be double the movement cost.
yeah.
Oh, it would.
So there's like a
Difficult terrain with the
yeah,
broken
typical
door.
terrain right in the middle of the house where the monkey had blown up from the ground, basically.
Oh.
Yeah.
So Webster's gonna,
And it may be on fire.
Webster's gonna follow me, and I drew something on the map. I don't know what that is.
Okay, I'll remove it.
And
It's okay. I'll remove it.
How could you?
It's fine.
I'm
This
gonna,
is fine.
from where I'm at, can
Mhm.
I can clearly see this guy. That's the one that.
Yeah, that's a stump in front of you, so you can clearly see you're at level ground with
Okay.
the land there, and I'm pretty sure you're more than in range with your bow, right?
Yeah. I'm gonna take an attack with my dragon wing longbow.
Okay.
So that's 19.
Nice, and that definitely hits.
Okay, so 1d8 plus 2. Oh my god. Why was there 10,000 dice?
That's
Oh, my.
awesome.
So
Wait,
it
no
rolled
way.
all
All
those
the different
for
possible.
you. What will sorry, with the dragon wing bow, it was I think it was acid damage was the dragon, like the dragon that you had slayed,
Yeah.
and that was the damage that would add on. So
I thought we were doing that. It was in that dragon's stuff, but it wasn't from that dragon.
oh yeah, I'm sorry, my bad.
And it was gonna be
My bad, Josh.
random?
Yeah, yeah, it was completely random. So I'll say for this,
Roll a d10.
Yeah. Mhm.
Wait, so
And
your bow
then-
gets more damage as you kill dragons with it?
No, it's just he chooses the damage type because of where the bow is designed. It's designed you choose one, but for him, we didn't know where it came from, so we just kind
Oh.
of choose any of them. Yeah.
Okay. So counting from the, should we do like acid being 1, cold being 2, stuff like that?
So basically, choose which damage you want it to be, and we'll go with that for now.
Okay. Yeah. So 6 necrotic damage.
Okay, cool. So, and then the piercing was 4, right? The actual bow damage.
Oh yeah, I need a roll damage. Wait, what? Oh yeah, no, sorry, it was 4 and 6, so 10 total.
Okay, great. Yeah, got it down.
Yeah.
So that shoots right over Didi's shoulder, and you just see this arrow just filled with this green, like nasty looking energy, and just shoots right where you had hit with the cold right in his face. And that guy is not liking that. He is looking pissed. Cool. Anything else for favorite?
My health's good. No, I think that's it. I'm gonna just stay next to the building here.
Yeah, and then Webster, you moved him, but
I moved him. He doesn't really have anything he can do. I guess maybe could I put him on the? No, he only has 5 feet left. Never mind. He's there.
cool. Cute little assassin. All right,
Yes.
Baelfor, you're up.
Guess who remembered her Twitch
Yeah,
password?
I'm up.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Sorry, I'm trying to fix a bunch of stuff, audio wise. I don't even know what I was gonna do. Okay. Okay. Let's click this right
You
here.
know, Ted is waiting and ready. He's got 4 things he's gonna do to me in a minute.
So wait, do I have a movement penalty then still, or
No, you're inside.
so I can move straight outside?
Essentially- Yeah, you can move straight outside. It was just this little like corner, or not corner, the center of this room that's like the whole area. Yeah.
Okay. So, all right, cool. I'll just. So now, do I use my movement, or does it matter? Like, can I just get like out there by the beach area?
Oh, so I'm sorry. Yeah, so you were there when they emerged, so that's when we started the combat. So, my bad if I wasn't clear on that. If you want to start here and then go from there, that's fine because I wasn't clear. So yeah, no worries.
Okay. So.
Yeah.
Luckily, my movement.
But-
I
but
move
like
like
Cora-
a turtle.
Cora, like you have clear running space when it's your turn. Like you could just run right outside. You know what I mean? It was just Fayvre. He was coming from outside and going in. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll just move there, which is 25, and then how far away are they? 30 feet.
Mhm.
All right, let me see. I usually know what I'm supposed to do, what I'm gonna do beforehand, but that was my bad. I'm
It's like
gonna
staring at you, and
go.
it's just like gnarly. It's got extra 2 claws, just like looking at you. So
I'm gonna go ahead and use guiding bolt level 2 on this one.
to the left. Okay.
Yeah. So I will roll the hit. Which is a 17.
Yeah, that hits.
Alright. Let's do max damage. Let's see what we got. Alright, we got a lot of
Just
damage.
blow another hole
There's
through it.
20 damage to its face. So that thing has.
So, describe to me how. Oh, dang, the blood worked. Describe to me how you like cast your guiding.
So as I'm walking up, I just start like reading it, like just with behind my shield, and then I like right over Didi's shoulder. I just toss it, like I just lob it, and then it just hits him right in the face, along with all that.
It's like a javelin bolt. Like,
Basically, yeah. It's
Alright.
basically like spirit. Yeah.
No. He just lobbed a holy hand grenade.
Yeah, that too.
there you
Yeah,
go.
we can do that. Yeah, well,
Let's
I just
do
go.
that,
I grab it, I bite it, and I throw it. It's just like there we go. Grenade out.
So, I like that. So it goes up and right in his face again. It's just like, and you see like one of its like front claws like falls off, one of its chomper kind of claw bits, and it's just like wailing in pain. It's not looking too hot.
Cool.
Yes, your turn.
It's not dead. So I mean, the best way to stop it from hitting any of us is hit it with something else, right?
Yeah.
So it looks like we're gonna go ahead and cast spiritual weapon as my bonus action.
Okay.
What level? I'll probably just do a level. Wait, do I have to do level 2? It is level 2, isn't it? Okay. So I will cast spiritual weapon as my bonus action.
Okay. You could basically drop him anywhere around here. So is that
Yeah.
a good spot where
I want to put him probably to the side of him. That way I can flank if he moves up.
All right. And let's put that thing in there.
And then, let me see. I have to see if it hits.
Just 11.
Oh, I almost rolled a nat 20, but I got an 8. Damn. That was unfortunate.
So he like pissed. He sees this glowing thing, and he thinks it's another guiding bolt, and he like dodges out of the way just in time for it to not whack him. So, cool.
All right, and I think that's it for me.
All right. So next is the brothers. So Cuomo, he goes through. He says to Tiber Wester inside the house. He's like, Tiber, stay here. Don't move anywhere, okay? And then the guy over here that was in there, he's like, okay, I'm going to protect my ale over here, okay? I'll be in the corner. And he's like, forget your ale, you're going to die trying to save that. And then he moves over, and he can do, I think, one more. Hold on a second. Yeah. Okay. So he's going to try to move out here, and he's going to bring out a bow that he's got, and he's going to take a shot at the one on the right. Let's do this guy.
Ricky, quick question. So Vindictive is saying he doesn't think that your mic is set for your headset,
Oh,
so it might not have defaulted to your new setup.
like it doesn't sound good, or
It sounds like you're like far away.
Sounds like
you're
you're
in
talking like a
room, like
webcam
this-
mic.
oh, really? Okay,
Little
hold on
bit.
one sec.
Sorry, I didn't mean
That's
to
a
interject.
possibility, yeah.
Yeah, this is new, like today new.
Because I think it'd be a lot more. I
Oh.
think it'd be a little like because it sounds like you're further away. It sounds like you're talking to like the mic you were using. And okay, so now you're gonna want to move your mic a little like in front of your face a little bit. So that does sound
Okay.
better. Yeah.
Sounds better now?
Oh
Sounds
yeah. Oh now it's.
Oh,
Oh, this is
wow.
crispy.
Yeah.
There we go.
So
Hey.
It was set to the webcam, yeah.
Hey, let's go.
Who was that? Thank you.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great.
You guys
Great
are
job.
over here like Awesome. Cuomo, he hit a 19. That will definitely hit. And roll for some damage. He does about 6 damage to homeboy over here.
Is he attacking the one on
Alright.
the right?
Yeah, he was
Okay.
in the one on the right because it looks like you guys got that one covered. And then Cuomo looks back and he's like, Eris, get out here! And so, switching to the next brother. So, you see Eris over here, and he's like, come on, sis, we got a battle to win! And he's like, runs out and he gets a 1 less right here. There we go. Perfect.
Oh, that's adorable. They think they're people.
You
Cora,
gotta
your brothers are adorable. They think they can fight these things.
Hey, they're soldiers too. If I
Hey,
can
this-
fight them, they can fight them.
We got the gatekeeper over here of battles.
Just because he can swoop down and drop bombs. He's gonna bring out his bow and try to shoot at him too. Dang, I'm rolling high. He's got a 19 on that. Definitely hits. And then he does 7 damage. Awesome. So right at the front face, you see 2 arrows like just strike it, and it's just looking over at those 2, and he's like focused on them. From there, now it is the guy that you guys have not been hitting, the one on the right, his turn, and I don't think he's got a lot of movement. He barely makes it. So he is going to
Everyone's
move.
after my brothers. Tight.
5. He's gonna move over to Cuomo and try to snap a bite at him.
How big are these things?
They are, they're
Like
probably
how,
8 feet tall and
They're
about
probably huge, large.
10,
Yeah, they
10
look
feet,
large.
10 feet long.
so they're basically
Yeah.
like 4,
Ooh.
like 8, like 4 Cuomos stacked on top of each other, and then 4
Basically.
backwards.
And Cuomo's eyes are like, oh, and then let's see.
It's an elephant for his size.
I'm sorry, Cora, but your brothers
I
remind me of Merry and
barely-
Pippin.
Barely dodged it. 15, he needed 16, and so the Anke goes under and tries to snap and bite at him, and Cuomo just hops up like a pro and then jumps down. And...
Badass Mary and Pippin.
Merry and Pippin know how to
That's all
fight.
That's all for that one's turn, and then for the other one, now it's his turn. This one's gonna run right up to you guys. Make sure. Yeah, easily. Okay.
Then he
This is
has
gonna run-
disadvantage.
On attacks, right?
Yeah.
It's against anyone.
Yeah. Yeah. It just has
Yeah.
advantage on or disadvantage on attack up until the end of his turn. The next attack. at
Okay.
least.
Awesome. So with that, he is going to do acid spray, and he's going to shoot out at both Baelfor and Didi. So both of you make a dexterity saving throw.
Do we roll with advantage then, or how does that work? Is that just how does?
Read me back. Frostbite, Didi. Is it spells or is it attacks? It's technically, well, actually, I don't know. If
Read
acid-
frostbite.
Yeah.
Okay.
On the next weapon attack, it makes.
Okay, I'll say that it has disadvantage on this, but the DC for you guys to save is now lower. How about that?
Oh, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, it makes it easier. Yeah. Okay, go ahead and roll dexterity.
Oh, we
saving throw.
know how much I love acid. That's for sure. The one thing that just though I can't find anything that does physical damage. Apparently, I'm not allowed to. You said dexterity?
Yes.
This is gonna be rough.
Did I?
Oh
did
yeah, I rolled the same thing she did.
So
It's not in
Didi,
you!
You did a dex roll. To the bottom left of where you were clicking,
Oh.
there's the saving throw area.
Well, good thing, because it was a 2.
Yeah.
Well,
No,
don't
it
feel
was
bad.
a
Baelfor
3.
joined you.
Good thing I did it.
All right.
That's
fun
better.
stuff.
That's better.
So, and one
Clipped
more.
it.
Okay, so you guys are both going to take 9 total damage as he
Mm.
just spits out on the ground this spray. So go ahead and grab that.
Oh, this is why I never liked bugs. You know, Bugs Bunny included.
Bugs Bunny.
said 9?
Alright. Yeah, 9 total.
Can I say 9 in German and say and cancel it?
9.
Yeah,
No.
well, you
Nine?
can say 9 in German, but it means no.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. No, don't take the damage.
Neat.
I deny this damage.
Neat.
All right, perfect. So that's end of his turn. Top of the round at Ted.
All right, I am going to go fly 20 feet forward and 10 feet up. And then I see those two, and I'm like, okay, fire didn't work. Yeeting into the river didn't really work. I saw Didi cast some little ice over there. I'm like, okay, this is how you do ice. So I cast,
This
and using sorcery point to do twin spell on Ray of Frost. So I will attack the wounded one first.
Okay, it's one on
With-
your left.
Does a 9 hit?
No.
Okay, then for the one on the right.
Okay.
Does a 16 hit?
Yes, that one hits.
All right. So he will take 8 cold damage, and his movement has been reduced by 10 feet.
All right, awesome. So, one of them, the other one was ready for. It just had sprayed, and then it ducked down, just barely missing. And then on the one on the right, shoots right over towards him and just hits him right in the face, and just kind of similar, just starts melding into his like scales, just shocking them. For a split second, he was frozen, and then he just moves back like this, and it all kind of breaks apart.
I'm debating if I should go all out or save my spell slots. Anybody wounded yet? Oh, Baelfor's wounded.
I'm a little wounded.
I would say maybe save the big ones. Like we don't know if there's worse. Thing.
Yeah.
I mean-
Okay.
I use my big ones on the troll. So
Me too. Me too, unfortunately. So it's like I'm debating if I want to spend an extra sorcerer point to get a bonus action and try it again. Yeah, screw it, I'll do it. Alright. Spend 3 more. Same thing again. I'm just doing Ray of Frost,
Okay.
speed with haste, and then twin it again. So
All right.
first one, natural 20.
Let's go.
Nice.
beams. He's got
So that's
beams.
to the left again, or
Yeah,
To the
the
left
one on
one?
the left.
okay,
Yep.
great. Yeah,
Well,
yeah, for
that's
sure hits.
16 plus 6, so 22.
And you double
Okay.
that whole thing. So is that 16 plus 6?
No.
Times
16 is the max. So it's 2d8.
Okay.
So that's 16.
Okay, great. I got it now.
And then I just rolled a 6 for that. So I don't know. How do we want to do crits again?
Yeah, it was you first apply all of the max damage, and then
Mhm.
after that you'll roll additional damage. So
Yeah,
the
so
max
that's
damage you could
22.
do was 16, right?
Yep.
And then yeah, great. And then Homeboy doesn't like the cold, so you see it just like shoot at it, and it is like breaking apart arms as he tries to move. They just kind of fall down and fall down.
Oh no.
And he is just not looking good. It's
That's sad.
essentially his 2 claws in the back, but he can't swipe you anymore.
Yep. And his movement is also reduced by 10.
'Kay.
For the other one, 22 to hit, followed
Yeah.
by
That hits.
Ooh.
14 cold damage.
Nice. Okay.
It's like everyone needs to chill off.
Another big hit. You see his right claw fall off, but his other one is like even more like ready to go for swiping. So good hits. Anything else?
That's it. I'm done. I'm
Nice.
just 10 feet up in the air. They can't
Yes,
reach
yes,
me,
yes.
hopefully.
Nice. Perfect. Cora's turn. So in front of you, Cora, you can actually you were already in this area, so you can walk right out with no movement issues.
Okay.
That's-
Oops. Turn off my little.
oh, the measuring thing. Yeah.
Yeah. So then once I get outside the house, my movement starts.
Yeah.
Is
mhm.
that okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
Cool. So I think I can get like right up in the business, which I'm gonna do.
Okay.
I'll get up here like with my brothers. And I guess I'm going to
True strike.
I guess I'm gonna do true strike. And I was reading it because I just think it's really funny. It's like you point a finger at a target in range. So I'm gonna
over
point
there.
at it.
So,
And I'm not
so
gonna
imagine
speak,
your
I'm just
baby
gonna, like-
just pointing where it is and swinging.
Yeah.
So I can have advantage on the first attack roll. And
Nice.
I'm just gonna swing at it with my longsword.
You can do it.
Yeah. Both of
Ooh,
them actually hit. So.
Well, the one's a nat 20.
Oh, there we go. Even
Ooh.
better.
Yeah.
All right.
So,
so-
okay. So, how do I figure out what my max damage is?
So look at the dice that it says for damage. So
Oh,
if it's like 1d6.
It's 1d8, so it would be 16, and then now I just get to roll.
Well, so
It's
you
8
do
plus your
8
roll.
damage immediately,
Uh-huh.
and then oops, I am messing this thing. So
Oh, I see. So 8, and then I got another 8, so 16 total.
okay, great. Let me move this.
Cool. And then I'm going to do my offhand attack and just attack again.
Okay, cool.
Which is 24 to hit.
Nice. Yeah, hits again.
So 5 more damage. Oh, and a baby.
There's the
Baby number 2.
Baby.
Critical roll.
All
Aww.
right. Well.
He just woke up. Okay, I
Cora,
put
how do you
lipstick on
want
his
to
cheek.
kill this guy?
Oh, yes. Okay. So I pointed at it, and then I just went up to it, and I with one hand, and then with the other hand, and in chopping down on both sides of it, I then pull back and just cut its head off.
Nice.
Can I even reach its head? No, I probably can't.
It's like angled down because it wants to
The
bite
throat,
you,
the throat.
technically.
Get the throat.
And then Cuomo's
Yeah.
like looking at you, like, and you've got like bug guts on you too, like it just splatters on, and he's like, "Good one, sis. Good one."
And I am just so silently proud, trying hard not to just like beam cheek to cheek, but definitely smiling.
There we go. All right. So right as that happens, the other one is going to take an action, and they are legendary action, and he's going to shoot out spore pods, and that is going to hit. Let me do a little drawing thingy just to make sure. No, that's the wrong one. Sorry, guys. This one. There we go. Okay. So I'll need up to Cora. So yeah, it barely misses your brothers. Okay, so Didi, Baelfor, Ted, and Cora all make dexterity saving throws.
Don't forget I'm in the air.
Oh, you are, yeah. It doesn't hit you. It's a
Woo,
cone.
I got
so
another nat
Yeah.
20.
nice, yeah.
And the 19 there. Wow.
I got a
guys
19,
are
which made
actually-
up for the 3 of
God.
last time.
Man.
Baelfor, what's up, buddy?
What's up? It's
I-
always him taking
It's
the
just
hits
me.
of the
Anything that's not
cleric.
physical, I'm just like, hey, let me get hit with every magic thing there is. Get some magic armor at some point.
What
Okay,
a tank
so,
cleric.
Armor resistance.
Didi and Cora, you hear from Ted. Ted's like, "Watch out!" And he just in time, you guys see it spewing from this beast. These giant pods that swing right past you and onto the ground. But Baelfor, you are in shotgun blast range, and you receive 9 damage as one hits
Oh.
right in front of you, right as you were about to put your shield, like the second. So it's 9 acidic damage, which for you it's not anything extra. So
Nice.
there we go. Cool. Okay, it is. Oh, Cora, anything else on your turn?
I already used my bonus action and I did my 2 things. I guess I could action surge and go ahead and attack again.
The one on the right's dead. No, you can't.
Oh, so
you don't have any movement.
Oh, I don't have
But
any
you
movement
could-
left. Shoot.
Does action surge? I think it gives you another action again, so you can do another spell.
Oh, so I could cast catapult. Yeah, let's do that.
If you want to, I'm pretty
so
sure. Can
I'm-
you make sure action surge? Just read it. Can you? Does it say I can attack again, or I can add an action?
Just throw your brother at him. There we go.
Yeah.
It's just a replacement, you know?
Sorry.
It's just
sorry.
an
It's
additional
not.
action.
It's not. Sorry. It's not action surge. It's second wind. And so once per short rest, I can use a bonus action to regain 1d10 HP. So I'm not even hurt. I thought I had action surge, but I had second wind. So I don't even need. I
You don't
can't attack again, and I don't need to use that because I'm at full health. So
Okay.
I'm good.
Good. Okay. Perfect. All right. Didi's turn. So you just
Okay.
dodge these spores.
Yes. And roughly,
Oh, we don't see you
because I
anymore. Oh, there
haven't
you are.
been ta-da. Yeah, you can hear me off count. So, quick question. How beat up is this thingy?
It's lost its pincer claws that look like lobster hands. And it's kind of bleeding out.
Terrible.
It's not doing too hot.
Okay, then I'm gonna cast Frostbite.
Okay, cool. And
Yeah.
that was a con save, right? For the
Yes.
Not for range. Yeah, that's right.
Well, no, I'm not at range. I'm
he's
touching
right
him.
in front of him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he fails.
He's right in my face.
You poked him.
You're like,
Your turn to
Bye.
point. She's like, I'll point too. It seems to work.
okay, and the damage, did you roll it? It says 9 on there, so I think it did it for you.
Yes, it does it for me. It's a
Okay.
9. Yeah.
All right, perfect. How do you want to do that? How do you want to kill him?
Ooh.
Fancy.
I don't take a lot of pleasure in killing, so I'm just gonna. And then he's done. He just exploded in ice.
Yeah, easily enough. You touch him, he starts just the remaining bits that are still attached to him just freeze up, and he like tweaks a little bit, and just it shatters to the ground, and there's pieces of ice on the ground, and that ends combat.
Once again,
So
I'm the only one that took damage. Just like the fucking
No,
plant.
I took
Yeah.
damage. I was standing right next to you, darling. I
Oh,
also
no, you
took
dodged
damage.
it. No, you dodged.
No, I dodged the second one. The first time I
But not
took
the
nine
Oh,
points.
okay. Oh, yeah, we got both hit with acid spray. Okay.
Yes, I got slimed.
For some reason, your HP bar doesn't show up for me, so that's why I was like, oh, no one took damage.
oh really?
Yeah.
Should be. Huh.
Um,
I'll have to
I
fix
have
that later.
24 out of 33 damage hit points.
Nice. Let me just write this down real quick. Okay. So, Cuomo goes up and he kind of like puts down his sword, rests it. He's looking around, and you kind of see him looking towards the east. And Eris comes over to Cora and says, "We've got to go help the others. They're fighting ones right now." And you see them both kind of running over real quick. I'll just move them right over here. So they start running over. What do you guys do?
Follow.
I turn to the group and I'm like, you guys good to keep this action going?
Which direction are they running?
To the east, to the right.
Yeah. As I'm cleaning off the fucking spore off my chest. Just like, all right, here we go.
The guy inside, you heard his name. It's a Tiber. he says, "I'll be in here, guys," and he locks the door.
Are we out of
What
initiative?
a turd.
Yes, you are out of initiative. So
Yes.
please, anything you want to do.
Yay!
I
I
just
fly
moved
to the
them.
river.
Yeah, I'd follow them.
Okay.
Well, I
cool.
guess I can't fly over the river. There's a
Alright.
wall there.
Is there? Oh yeah. It's yeah.
Great Barrier Reef.
Realistically, you could totally fly over the water if you want to.
Yeah.
Oh, are they going
Okay,
across
so
the bridge? Or no? The bridge
So-
is
they
No, it's
start
just
running
fun
over.
to
It's
go
a
on the
dock.
dock. Sitting
Little
on
pier.
the dock of the bay.
So Didi, as you
I'm
peer
just
out
gonna-
over the dock, most what you can
Yes.
see is little fires going to the right. It looks like maybe campfire or something coming to the east side of the map, but that's kind of all you see. A lot of the fog is kind of blocking your view. But Cora, as you're kind of running with your brothers over,
Mhm.
your sight is what you do see. It's very much just a bunch of logs stacked up to log in camp. And then Baelfor, do you use light to turn on the light?
It's free, so I always have the light with me. Me,
Okay.
holy.
By
I
the
always have
way-
that holy glow.
Real quick for Baelfor, spiritual
Hey,
weapons concentration, or is it a duration? I
Um,
forget.
Let me
Because if
double
so,
check.
you
I
can
think
keep it up.
it
Oh,
is. It just says duration 1 minute.
Okay. Yeah.
Hey, Baelfor, you want a potion?
Nah, I like to live life dangerously.
Also,
I'm
he
gonna
can
heal you.
heal
I'm gonna-
himself.
I'll land down next to you and shove a potion in your mouth.
Strength check. Oh, I'm weak.
So
I
take
can
7
imagine
points of
just
healing.
an owl just coming down and just drink it.
Imagine.
Is it a because you're a brewer, are your healing potions beers?
Beer flavor potion.
Yeah.
Are they
It's a possibility.
non-alcoholic?
I could
Or
be.
do they have
You tell me.
They have mushrooms in them.
potent quality? Do they have mushrooms? I definitely want some then.
I definitely want to try beer mushroom with the gnomes later.
Mushroom beer.
Count me in, darling. Invite
Yeah.
me to that.
She be the taste tester,
Mhm.
course.
She'll be the test subject
Yeah.
because
I'm rather
she's
adventurous.
obviously a fae, very versed in
Mm.
different alcohol beverages.
Only if
yes,
she shapeshifts into a
course.
guinea pig.
Have I seen a guinea pig yet? You'd have to ask Ricky to see if I have the
Just for
ability.
the lulz. I hope she can turn into a guinea pig when we test it on her.
Listen, remember I was denied for shock. So just saying.
Yeah, no, that wasn't there.
I
I don't
really
know.
tried though.
We'll decide on the guinea pig. Maybe.
Alright.
Just for the
That'd
lulz.
be
Baelfor, he'll
wild.
I think a
have
guinea
more.
pig is in the Feywild. Yeah, I
They
think so.
could
But they
be
probably
in the Feywild. I think that could definitely
I
be the
think
case.
so.
Baelfor,
too.
I'm,
Otherwise, why would they
If
test on
anybody
it?
fact checks
Cure
me,
wound
it's
on you.
okay. It's all
Aye,
over.
vey.
It's fine.
I want you. You're the tank man. 7 more healing.
I'm supposed to be healing
Don't
everybody.
at Ricky.
Oh.
Don't at
So
Ricky
total of
about
14.
guinea pigs
What?
in the
Don't
Feywild.
at me.
Don't at Ricky about guinea pigs in the Feywild.
Yeah, somebody's like, they're not in the Feywild. What are you talking about? This is my game.
He's the DM. He gets to make up the rules. So we've
Chris,
deviated.
As
what are
long
you
as
at?
we're all having fun, that's my goal.
Hey.
All right. So on the right, when you guys are ready, and I think Cora might be just running.
Well, I was near my brothers.
Yeah.
I guess they
Alright.
moved.
So you
I
and so
fly
with
back
them,
up.
and you start seeing some shapes, some familiar shapes. You start seeing Daz and Steelbrand and Norbus. These are the 2 dwarves that this crew had saved from the dwarven mines. See a guard over here. His name is John, if anybody asks him. And El Fayed, Ted, you make out his one wing, pretty damaged up. But they all look like they just went through some stuff, and that's because they had just faced some things of their
Stuff.
own. Can you
I
see?
see a couple of them. Yeah.
So
Mm.
while you were fighting, they were fighting
I'm gonna
and
heal.
having some fun.
So they're all dead.
Yeah, those guys are dead.
Okay.
These guys, the folks that are there, they're pretty badly beat up. You actually see Norbus. He's like clutching his arm, like you can see it's like pretty badly damaged. And then Dazzlin, he's got a scratch like right across his head. So there
I'm
we go.
gonna use Prayer of Healing to heal up to 6 creatures of your choice that you see with range.
Okay. Yeah.
Ooh,
2d8
can
plus
I
spell
be a
casting.
can I be
Can
a creature?
Let's see how much they. Oh,
Yeah, I think you can choose them. Yeah.
15 each.
Nice. All
Well,
right.
I'm healed to full. Thank you, darling.
Yeah, for everybody
Just
that's
I
injured.
I did assume you were gonna heal me in that.
Yeah, whoever's injured. I have up to 6 people, and then you know.
Okay, cool.
How many
Yeah,
people were injured? That was 1, 2, 3.
It was the brothers, Dazzlin and Norbus.
So
Do you guys see the names?
I'll heal
Yeah.
myself.
Under-
along with-
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
Okay, great.
Yeah.
they're
Just
right there. Here.
perfect.
Well, seeing and having the vision to actually read things is a different.
No, I just want to make sure. Okay, so the brothers, the two set of brothers, they go up to Dazzlin like, "Are you okay? Looks like you had a fight of your own." And then Dazzlin's like, "Yeah, no shit." And he like is cleaning off his axe. He's like, "What the hell are these things?" And then Eris is looking at him and he's like, "I thought you might know."
Can I
It's
do
like,
a
I've never seen anything like this.
I do a medicine check to see if these are people that were turned into the creatures?
Yeah. Kind of examine it.
Yeah.
You do medicine or investigation, whichever is maybe better for you.
Investigation's -1, but medicine's +9. So
Oh yeah, we'll go for that.
Can I start dissecting the creature? And
Grab me
wait.
some teeth.
Why don't you wait for Chris to determine if it's a person before you dissect?
so you can make the ethical choice.
With an 18, Baelfor, which one of the three around you do you take a look at?
And my gut says check this one out.
So I'm going to move your guy just for the sake of the map. But as you look through, you start kind of like feeling along the scales and you start feeling something that looks like it's like, or feels like something that's like very loose. Maybe that you could pull it a little bit. Do you pull?
Yeah. I don't like the feel of this. I got shivers just from thinking about pulling open a bug, but yeah, I'll do it. He'll do it.
All right. So as you do, you pull and you actually see two legs kind of moving through, coming slimily coming out.
What?
Hey,
Like human
guess-
legs?
eat him.
I
You
guess
can't tell what they are. They got boots and pants on.
I guess I'm gonna
But-
pull it out. No.
All right.
This is like the movie Alien. You're removing, but it's reverse. You're taking a human out
Or-
of a bug tummy.
Or like Men in Black. It's like, eat me. I want
Wait.
my gun back.
Is he alive or dead?
Is
So
the bug?
it comes out and it looks pretty much like a commoner, like some basic kind of clothes, ripped off arms, and a little bit muscular, like they're one of the loggers. And you can you see him and he's like like that.
Can I use spare the dying on him?
Yeah.
Wait, he
Yeah.
has no arms?
Oh, he
Yeah,
has his
he's-
arms. It's full body. Body's
Oh, I thought
together.
you said his arms were like I just picked.
The-
Yeah, I
ripped
thought you
off.
said they were ripped
He's got a
off.
ripped off shirt.
Oh,
He's
so
like-
I was like, he's got no
Oh.
arms. I had a very
Oh.
gruesome
I
image in my
was-
head. I was just like, I should just let this guy
Yeah, he
die.
was
My bad.
armless.
I didn't mean to do that.
Oh
It's
my
like, how did he
God.
take down a tree without arms?
Okay, so I'm gonna.
He looks like a lumberjack guy, you know, trying to. Anyways, sorry, y'all. But so spare the dying brings him up to 1, right? Or
Yeah, it stops. Basically, it
Yeah.
stabilizes him.
Yeah,
So he doesn't
stabilizes.
die.
So he's like, oh, thank you. Oh my god. And then he kind of goes over to the side and just
So I yell back to like Fayvre and everybody saying, "Hey, you guys need to go double check all of the bug things to make sure there's no one else alive."
Meanwhile, I'm inside the bug. I'm like, what? We're all over me.
What was Ted? You wanted to do what kind of check? Sorry, you wanted to
I was
dissect.
just gonna start dissecting, ripping the whole body apart. So
I would say that might be a medicine check to dissect something. You know.
you sure
But
won't be a
I let you
survival?
slide with investigation too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it turned into an 8. For a second there, that 7 looks like a 1.
You close your eyes.
I start
Um,
crawling inside the mouth.
Oh my.
As you do, a muscle kind of twitches and it like, but instinctually it clamps on you a little bit. It doesn't hurt you though. It's like a little like nibble kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But what you do see is a little bit of hair, Ted.
Okay. So I'm gonna dig in, cut it around, and just pull
All right,
whatever
so
I
you
can
see
pull.
this guy
It's
like
just-
cutting out and like just like this owl went into the mouth.
This is like what I do to my
Um,
pizza crust, basically. What I used to do with Papa John's pizza crust. I used to go in and take all the dough out, and then I would eat the bread on the outside of it.
as you go in, Ted, Elfane is kind of like going in, and he's like, he's on the side, and he's like, "You want me to pull you out?"
When I quack like a duck, yes.
But you don't have a bill. You have a beak. How
He's
you gotta
like,
quack?
Exactly.
we don't quack, Ted.
You don't quack.
Exactly. Exactly. That's
And
the
so you're
message.
starting to cut, I guess, out, right? And then you see just a little break in the carapace, and you see just the misty outside, right? And then you get a little bit of light, and you see a lady in there who also looks like a commoner. She's just got a basic kind of blouse on.
Okay. I will also cast Spare the Dying on her.
Okay.
While we're still
Multiple.
inside of it.
Yeah, no worries. So I'm gonna put this token here.
Suffocates on
Move
the
you over
slime.
here, and you kind of come out of the side. But that is a lady token there. Let me see if I can
So
on
is
the
that
fly
all on the
grab
first
a
bug that's over here?
bam, bam.
It's like, hey, cuz, get her out, not me.
And then he goes around the side and he starts helping you pull out they pull her out, and she's like resting there, and you can see her just kind of coughing up, and it's like, oh, thank you. And I just want to make sure I've got this token here for you guys. Oh, bam, bam. Okay. With that, Baelfor, you're down at the bottom right, and knowing what you know, you can easily find that like kind of soft spot, pull it back, if you choose to.
Yeah, I had run over to this one, seeing what they had done, and kind of started to like
Oh, you did? Okay, great.
get in there with my sword a little to like pull it back, because I don't know.
Just come over
Probably not
to
gonna just
save
stick
the
my
person.
hands in it. But if Baelfor wants to come over and just
Yeah, I came
rip
over for them.
into it.
Oh,
Okay.
I was gonna let you do all the grimy work, and then I was just gonna heal
I'll
the
give you
body. I'm
guys-
already covered.
All right,
I'll
fine.
give you
Cora cuts
advantage.
in and pulls.
I'll give you both advantage on this, but make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, magically, one of them doesn't have someone. I'm right off the bat.
So my first is a 19, second one's a
Great.
20. So
Baelfor? We're gonna laugh.
I'm rolling hot tonight, guys.
I roll
Yeah,
like
you
crap
are.
tonight.
Okay, you met it, Baelfor, so thank goodness. You both see as you pulled out, and Baelfor, you were used to pulling out for the other one, that soft spot. You actually unleashed a whole bunch of spore pods onto the ground. And neither of you take damage because you kind of like back each other up and like, whoa, watch out, just in time. You don't see any body or anything in the spillover.
I'm just gonna kick the bug in the face. Just cause.
Anybody find the eggs yet?
So confused.
Yeah,
There's
Uh,
so was it eat So,
So
Cora turns to Baelfor and she's like, "So there's no
Should we
body
check
in this
the
one.
first
Does
two
that
that we
mean they
killed?
weren't?"
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm gonna go back to the first two that we killed.
Okay.
But so wait, I want to ask Baelfor, like, or talk about it. Like, so if there aren't any bodies inside of it, does this mean that they were like eating the people?
can I do a medicine check to see if this was like an original creature, or if this was one that got turned, or if
You could do medicine. You could also try history.
I
Yeah,
had
okay.
rolled history earlier. What did and I didn't
You
learn
knew
anything.
what an ankeg is.
Oh, there's a
That it in general that it's a large insect. It does feed on flesh.
there's a
That's a
Natural 20.
huge.
that's a nat
nice.
20 medicine right there. I'm a
My
fucking
God.
surgeon.
From what you can tell from the two bodies that did come out, it didn't appear like anything was maybe attached onto them, or like, you know what I mean, like something that would maybe they would be controlled by. It looked truly like they were eaten.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, ew.
Nice.
Giant
All right.
bugs eating people.
So, Fayvre, you said you wanted to go to the other ones.
Yeah, the
Yep.
original ones.
Nice. I'll scoot you over.
Okay.
Bam. And
I'll
you
do the
by
one on
now
the
seeing
left.
3 different bodies, you can find that spot and kind of open it up. And in the left one, you open it up and it looks like nothing's really in there. It looks like it was maybe empty and more just its normal bug guts kind of spill out.
Okay. And the other one.
Yeah.
And I crawl into the mouth of the other one.
And as he's crawling in the mouth, I just like slice the belly open.
Okay. So
Yeah.
so mouth, and then you're on the side and you're like, hello.
Do you find anything?
No, how about you? No, just kidding. No, so with that one, neither of you find anything particular there. It just looks like nothing has been eaten recently in their bodies.
Can I see if I can find any eggs to see if maybe they're female or something?
Sure. I would say an animal handling check on that.
Okay.
Yeah.
19.
Nice.
Dang. Okay, so and then Didi did a 6. Were you doing the same thing, Didi?
It was
Yeah?
a nat 1. I just
Oh.
thought I'd participate because I'm chasing butterflies over here, you know.
Trying to capture them
Absolutely.
butterflies.
Very exciting. Y'all are just dissecting animals, so I've no interest. So I'm just like, oh,
Oh wow. So
sparkles.
with a 19, you kind of look around and you're still, I guess, going through its guts and whatnot. But you don't really piece together that there's any like eggs or anything, or you don't really see any of that in there. So
This was a male. Dang it.
Why is that so distressing?
I wanted eggs.
He wanted to hatch his own little demons.
Did you want to eat them? Or did you want to
Uh,
hatch them? Do you want to make them pets? What are you going to do with the eggs?
The answer is yes.
Fayvre,
Ooh,
you
crazy.
hear very, and actually Ted too. You kind of hear like the window shut even more, like right behind you, where you saw Tiber close the door, and he's like putting things in front of it, and he's just like, you could just hear things moving, like he's barricading himself.
Hey.
Webster goes in, and he tries to find a way into the room.
Okay. Yeah, he can actually, knowing what you like the building that you went through earlier, he could probably go around.
Okay, so like through the
Yeah.
nest this way.
Yep.
And
Yeah,
I want to
he
be
easily can go through all
like
that. So
super stealthy.
okay, do a stealth check for him.
21.
Nice. Yeah, Tiber is like moving things around. He's like, and yeah, he easily like crawls on the ceiling, kind of moves around. Tiber is like going over to the left side, and he's putting a couple of like barrels, and they look like small barrels, maybe like not pint. I'm sorry, the keg. It looks like keg barrel looking things, and then he's got a couple of spouts that he's moving over, and he's just putting them on top, and he's like, "I've been brewing this for so long."
Is there anywhere? So one, Webster wants to look for like a small loose item that he'd be able to like push over or pick up or something.
Yeah, you can do an investigation check for him to kind of see. In general, there are paper kind of all over right here. There's some cupboards right here. It looks like for clothing, and then, like I said, a lot of little kegs over here.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be anything specific. You just something to knock over.
Okay, yeah. I would say he sees the candle wax and light that's coming out right here.
Oh, well,
And
he
if
doesn't
he
want to
wants,
start a fire.
that would be about it. There are a couple of books over here, but they're kind of inside the case.
bookcase.
You know, inside the bookcase.
Okay. Well then, I guess if his only option is the candle, he sneakily just walks his way on the roof, and he drops down and he connects a web up
Okay.
to the candle. And then as he swings out to leave the room, he wants to try to drag the candle with him.
Like full house on fire.
He does not notice you. My man is obsessed
Hey.
with what's going on in front of him.
Hey,
Okay, so you sneak out with it? Is that what you said?
No,
Or
well, he's not going to try to take it. He's just going to
Okay.
like try to spook him. This man is very, very spookable right now.
Just messing with
Is that the only light source in the room?
For him, yeah.
No.
So
Still
moves
doesn't
around,
notice.
moves around, and just give me a dexterity save. I want to see what happens with two different numbers here. So let's see.
20.
Oh, fun. So he lifts it up so like expertly, and it looks like it's floating because the light is like on in front of him, but he's like moving it around. And Tiber looks around, and he's like, "What the?" And then he grabs one of his kegs and like jumps over this like big old pile and like bursts through it. And he's like, "I get the out of here!" And he just kind of like runs out. And what Webster hears, he hears a shit.
What
And
direction is this
like-
man running?
he ran directly south from that office area.
And can I see him? Like, can I see that there's a man with a keg running?
You're still in that camp area. So did you want to follow Ted and Fayvre and maybe be in that area? You think you'd be over there?
I think I may have wandered over there. You know, I heard someone shouting about brewing stuff and piqued my interest. I started heading a little bit this
wait.
way.
You brew, teach me, make me your disciple.
No,
Ted
let
wouldn't-
me taste test.
well,
I'm
actually,
a taste
maybe-
tester, remember? That's my job.
Ted, give me a perception check. I would have. He's close enough that you might have heard him through the walls. So
All right. Probably not, because that's a 17.
no, you did hear. I've brewed this, and that's what you heard. And then you hear a scream, both Fayvre and Ted, and that's kind of all you hear from there. And then for Didi, if you want to be out of the camp and you're saying you kind of wandering around, yeah, I would say you would be. Let me move you. I'm saying you like right around here, and maybe you heard it. So give it a second. There you go.
I'm like, what's his name again? The lumberjack?
The guy in the cabin, Tiber.
Yeah. Ty, are you okay? I heard that you brew. Is the alcohol? Is the rum safe?
You
Very important question. Is the rum safe?
and Ted, actually, if you're peering through the window, you kind of see a little bit of a slant, like a little hole, I should say, and you kind of see to the right the candle still waving in the air with Webster, and you're like, huh. That's Webster again. There he goes. And then you look to the right a little more.
The spider's on our side.
You see some of the kegs or whatnot, and you can barely hear Ted. The like, oh man, my head. And then Didi, if you're calling out for Tiber, he can't really hear you from out there. But I would say if you want to go inside, hearing a couple noises, you can.
Yes, I've heard lots of shouting about rum, and I've been in. I keep getting closer because I want to know what's going on.
All right. And now, Fayvre, you're like interested in like what the heck is going on
I'm
there?
like, where? Because I saw Webster run off, and then I heard
Yeah.
this guy go, "Ah!"
All right.
Does
So easy enough.
Webster see another keg? Is it just
He
the one?
does, yeah. He easily sees about 2 more kegs. They are his size, but they are round. Anybody
In the
who's a drinker,
corner.
you've seen like a keg like that big. It's like a mini
Yeah.
kind of keg
Pony
like that.
kegs.
Yeah.
Just one buttload.
So Webster
Pony
puts
kegs.
the candle down on its base, and then
Okay.
comes out and kind of lets me know, hey,
Yeah.
there's more. There's stuff
He's
in
like,
there.
yeah. He does his little, yeah. um, yeah. He easily shows it, and then for Ted, if you guys kind of head in, you see Tiber. And you guys don't have to move your token. And Didi, maybe you're coming through the front door if you want. You just see him like, God, dude, my head. Oh, this freaking slime. It's everywhere. Oh, where's my keg? Where is it?
Slime?
I'll
And
help
Okay,
you,
hey.
darling. We can carry all the kegs. Where are we going?
he's like, did you not see that floating candle?
It wasn't
All 3 of you would
floating.
hear it. So
Just waves at him. These little cute little spider.
Peeks
looks.
his head in the door and goes,
he's like, son of a, you freaking scared me. Ah, man, I knew it was about business. I freaking these bugs coming out of nowhere. I just want this alcohol. And then he kind of runs over and he starts trying to grab the other 2 kegs. And you can see him. He's a pretty burly man. Like you can tell, like he lifts. And he puts them into some bags. And he tries to lift them up. And Ted, you can hear the swashing around of the kegs and whatnot. And he's like,
Like,
what about everybody? Is everybody okay? And he's just asking everybody.
we managed to save a few of the people that were eaten. We killed all the creature that was around. There was what, 5 of them total so far. So yeah, but everyone's okay.
He's like, oh, good. They took about
Now
3
for the
axemen
real-
this whole.
Oh, I was gonna say now for the serious question. What type of brewery is that?
It's my. He looks at you. He's like, and he's thinking like, yeah, we're about the people. Okay. It's like that's my secret formula I've been trying to work on with just brewing some a couple of different logs that are out here and fermenting just right. And
Wood ale?
maybe after
You're
this, after we
making
clear out,
wood
I can give
ale?
you a taste.
Dude, I can help you out. I'm also a brewer.
He's like, oh, really? This
Yeah.
is perfect. I've been looking for a new business opportunity. So, especially
Ooh, we
after
could be
this shit.
partners. Yeah, no kidding. We can definitely be partners on this. Perfect.
It's like, all right, well, and then he shakes his hand. He's like, I'm Tiber Wester, and here, let's just get everybody cleared out, and maybe we can get out of this whole camp, figure it out. All right.
Yeah. Let's go fix up the wagons. We need some wood for the city. So, yeah. All I know is I'm tired, and I know you are too.
Meanwhile, back at the camp, so we've got Cora and Baelfor, and I think that was a stayed back there. The 2 commoners, they're being healed up and patched up, and they're kind of back on their feet. One of them was an axeman as well, but he's looking a lot better now. He's like, where did you guys come from? Oh, I was just out chopping logs, and he's right in front of you, Baelfor. I was just out chopping logs, and these things just came out of nowhere and just swallowed me.
I relay to him like the reason why we were headed out this way and to check on them as well because we heard some rumors that y'all were in a bad state from all the stuff that's going on, and then I relay I was asking, I kind of asked them if they saw a like mountain troll around at any point, or two mountain trolls, because there was a kid that got turned into a mountain troll with my niece, and I was trying to get information about that.
And the woman and the axeman, they kind of look at each other and like, no, I don't think we've seen any trolls. A troll sighting would make us want to get out of here, and just get rid of the whole camp at that point. But no, we haven't seen any.
I mean,
This fog though came about right at the same time as these bugs came.
so I mean, I'm guessing there's a connection between the mountain troll and these things turning as well. Did we know if it was Cryovane that did it, or was it we just heard that they turned into like creatures?
So
The troll was
so
turned
Cecil,
into a
the
creature.
Thunderboar, speaking to you as an animal, she had mentioned that she caught that her captor, the troll wizard, had actually done this, had transformed some of these axemen into these beasts.
Okay, so with knowing that, I tell them that it'd probably be best them to join on the carriage and go back to uh Fandelen. Yeah, Fandelen. And then of course, meet with like, the leader of the refugee camp, and then they could probably get a group of you guys back over here for wood for building, defenses and stuff for Cryovane. And kind of assure them that it's a safe place to go if they go back. And then they could get an escort back out here to finish up and clean everything else up as well.
Yeah, and so the woman says, "Thank you again. I don't have anything on me, but I wish I could give you something for your troubles. I mean, thank God we weren't eaten whole." And then the Steelbrand dwarf brothers, they're like, all right, well, we can actually get them. We can lead them back to Fandolin. Is the road safe? Do you know? Baelfor, Cora.
I mean, we came. If you go through like Butterskull Ranch down through the main pathway, we were fine on the way up, and we cleared out orcs at the Butterskull Ranch. So, it'll probably be bare, but you guys should be fine traveling as long as you take like a wagon or whatever. You guys should be pretty good.
And so the axeman's like, okay, I'll go fix up some wagons over here and try to get up some gear. What about Tiber? Is Tiber alive? Tiber's the guy in the log cabin.
Yes, he was there. I heard screaming in the distance, so I'm guessing that was probably him. I don't think I've ever heard Fayvre scream like a little girl. So, and I know Ted would squawk. So, I mean, I'm guessing it's got to be him. I don't know. Cora's here, and Didi's over there, over yonder. So yeah, I'm guessing he's good. So if you want to go over there and touch base with him, but
all right. So the axeman and the woman and the two brothers, they do kind of move over and they start trying to just get some of the wagon together. The lady's going to head on over to Tiber. Meanwhile, Eris and Como, they kind of come over to Cora, and they're just they like pat you and they're like, you freaking just killed that thing. That was amazing, sis. Oh, Kaylee, we can't hear you. Oh,
She's probably talking to somebody else.
oh, that's
All right,
fine.
Haley, it's all you. It's your episode now.
Baby issues. Sorry, your baby issues.
No, you're good. You're good. Of course. The Como and Eris, they had both gone up to Cora. They were like patting you and they're like lifting you up and they're like, "Holy shit, you killed that freaking thing over there! Like that was amazing."
She's so proud. She's just like, she can't even hide it. She's just like, I know, right? It was so sick.
Just like, please.
So
And then Como
happy.
he goes from like happy and go lucky to like, okay, I'm the older brother. I got to be serious now. Like, just promise me that you're gonna stay safe and that when we leave you, you're gonna be okay, right?
saw that I could handle myself, and this isn't the first big bug that I've gutted, actually. Well, I guess the other one was more of like a plant. So, like, oh my God, let me show you all these teeth. And I'm like, look at all of these beasts we've killed. And I pull out all the teeth. And I'm like, that reminds me. And I go over to the bug. And did they have any teeth?
Let's do an investigation check. Let's see. See what you're rolling. See what we find.
We're still rolling hot. I am not.
So it's not so much that they have teeth, it's more that they have sharp kind of pincers on their claws, right? And then like these mandibles that are outside their mouth. You feel like with a good pull, you could probably pull one or two off, and just holding it, it's a dagger for you.
Yeah.
So
right,
you want to do a strength check, and if you want to rip them off, we'll let's see.
Yeah.
Baelfor, you kind of if you're still in the area, you kind of see her going up and like, here we go.
So I rolled a 12.
All right, awesome. Yeah, so with a 12, you're able to rip off one of them, and yeah, I'll say you barely miss the sharp part of it, so it doesn't cut you. It just says if you had rolled a little bit lower, it might have actually cut you and hurt. But if you want to add a mandible, Ankeg mandible, and it's spelled Ankheg.
Wait, whoa, I was not typing. What? Ankheg?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, great. Yeah,
Who presented the animal? Did I? I didn't do that. Who did that?
I did.
Nice.
I was able to find it. I'm like,
nice.
That's disgusting.
Is that a hydralisk?
Almost,
pretty
right?
much is.
StarCraft.
It totally looks like
With the
that.
acid spray.
Yeah.
It's like a hydralisk mixed with the ultralisk.
Yep.
Yeah.
So yeah. If you if you equip it, Cora, and I'll work on it with you to add this as a custom dagger. It does about 1d6 plus your damage. Your strength modifier damage. Okay. So if you want to equip that as a dagger, you can.
Heck yeah, I do. I totally
and so
swap out my other dagger. Yeah.
Eris is like, dude, our sister is primal, bro. Did you see her do that? And Cuomo's like, fuck, what did war do to her? My God. All right, we're gonna zoom out and we're gonna go back to the log cabin. And then Typer is talking to Ted, and he's like, yeah, so I've just used this kind of root, and I just ferment it for a long amount of time. And all this time, you're kind of like, just for to jot down, Ted, he's been kind of telling you a little bit about his process, and you guys have just been relaying that.
And then I'm like, hey, pause 1 second. Hey, Baelfor, do you speak with animals, right? I mean, Fayvre, do you speak with animals, right?
I'm standing right next to you, and I care about this brewery. I ain't asking you.
Didi,
yep.
and Fayvre, let's go get the troll and the pig to help us. It's
Help
safe
us
now.
Actually,
to get the wood and travel with us, and
they can stay at the camp.
That way they can Well, we go to them. I think the high ground might be safer.
I obviously go with you
because these things burrows in the ground.
Okay.
So
you guys all three go over there?
I go with them.
No, I just send them. I'm gonna keep talking about brewery, but I send them on the.
All right. And Baelfor, your mind wanders and snaps back to Cecil. I gotta go back to her, and then you kind of join them. So I'm gonna move you over there. Shoop. And
just see me floating across the sky.
Absolutely.
Oh my God!
Why?
Your God is incredible.
He does have wings, all right. He does have wings.
So, Baelfor, Fayvre, and Didi are all together, and the troll and the thunderboar are not there.
Knew it. Fayvre, do you see any tracks?
Yes.
Yeah. So, I think this only applies when I'm I think my bonus only applies when we're actively traveling. Says while tracking creatures, you learn the exact number, size, and how long ago they passed through the area.
Yeah, I mean, I would give you advantage on investigation to try and
Okay.
see if you can track. It's fine. Let's just throw it in there. Yeah, because it's fresh. You saw them.
2 18s, 23.
Nice. Damn, like it totaled to 41. My God.
Biggest eyes of them all, right there.
Yeah. So, as Fayvre begins to kind of walk around, you do notice that there are tracks, and they start leading southeast. I'm sorry, yeah, southwest. I don't know
Southwest.
why on this I always mess up my directions. Anyways, southwest. You see a boar's tracks, and you see a troll's tracks.
Okay. Can I tell how long ago they left? How long was the fight? I guess.
Yeah, the fight total is probably about 15 minutes, maybe 10 minutes, really. But it's been about half an hour at this point since you guys have started that fight, right? So
Okay.
about 30 minutes fresh. Yeah.
I tell Baelfor that I can travel at my fast speed and remain stealthy. So I'm willing to go track these guys down and then come. I guess I would know like the path that we'd be taking to go back to Phandalin, right?
Yeah. Mhm.
So I would try to redirect to that path, and if I haven't seen them, then I'd head back towards the camps. I'd just meet up with them once I find them.
Yeah,
Okay.
because I don't think they know about Phandalin being safe.
Yeah.
And I mean, they're heading southwest. That's towards Phandalin, anyways. So
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, if we can get them back here or even there, it would be good. You know, they could buddy up with the chimeras and stuff like that.
Is
So,
this forest terrain?
This is all forest. Yep.
Okay. Yeah. So,
if you
Yeah.
would do that for
Yeah.
me, it'd mean a lot. So
yeah. So I'll travel stealthily, but I'll remain at my normal pace, just so that I don't alert any other creatures to my following, and I'll follow their tracks.
Yeah. Okay. I like it. Let's do another investigation and then just a general stealth check. And actually, you don't even need a stealth check, right? You are stealth, right?
I am
Perfect.
stealth at the normal pace.
Yeah. Let's do another investigation check, and let's just see as that kind of goes on.
19.
Yeah, nice. You see the trail wander around. At this point, it's been about 40 or 50 minutes, guys. So he's moving on, and he's going at that heightened pace. But you see the trail wander on more and more. Webster's right next to you, and he's kind of like scattering and looking too. He's almost like a dog sometimes. And with that, you see that the boar's tracks turn into human feet.
Oh, cool. I keep following.
Keep on pushing. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Meanwhile, so let me go back to Cora and their brothers. Cora, you kind of see them just getting their wagon together, and at this point, they're pretty much set up. And then Ted and Tiber, I'm going to say, just for the sake of the narrative here, you guys are kind of all getting together. The female, her name was Jonah. Jonah would have talked to Tiber and told him like we need to get the heck out of Dodge, and start going to Phandalin. But
We
for
need
Didi,
lumber.
oh sorry, what's up?
I was gonna say, hey, we do need lumber though.
Yeah, still need the lumber. So Tiber, he kind of looks around and he says, I could probably get a couple of workers maybe from Phandalin. You're saying everybody's kind of safe there, so I think we could come back and be fine. And then Jonah over here is like, I don't want to come back. I don't ever want to come back. And Tiber's like, don't worry, sis, we'll be fine. These heroes, they came, we'll be okay. And next time we'll come with a lot more than just a couple of guys with axes.
Well, I would also suggest stay on the high ground, something that's very solid, real rock. Like I point to the hill that's much more solid. It's like I think these guys can burrow in dirt really, really well.
He's like, okay, stay on the high ground. Okay, high ground, high ground. And then the Steelbrand brothers, they kind of take note of that, and they start going in and trying to find a couple of horses. They're able to. Como and Eris for in front of Cora, they give you a big old hug, Cora, and they say, "All right, well, till next time, sis. We'll see you in Vandalin."
Okay. You know, be safe. And do either of you? I got this sweet new dagger. Do either of you need an extra dagger? And I offer them my old
Old
army
one.
issued dagger.
And then Eris, he's more of, from what you know, he's more of that quick, dexterous, roguish kind of guy. And he's like,
Yeah.
you know what? I could always use another knife, sis. So here we go. And then you just
Alright.
you see it, and then you see it disappear.
It's like, hey
Alright.
kids, you want to see a magic trick? I move my feather around and poof, there's a dagger. Like it's always good to have an extra one.
Yeah. So for Didi and Baelfor, I'm gonna move back to you guys. Do you guys kind of go with Fayvre, or do you head back with the whole group?
I believe in his tracking skills. I don't want to ruin his chance at finding like
Yeah, I think
pennies
it's-
and stuff like that.
I think it
Nice.
slows
Yeah,
me down
he's
if they come with
stealthy.
me. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we did not go with him.
Okay, cool. I'll just assume you guys are kind of just all getting back together. At this point, then I am going to move to the map. Is there anything anyone else wants to do in this area besides Fayvre,
Oh.
because he's already?
I want to loot the building.
Talking with the brewer, I'm gonna try to find some rare ingredients that I could add to my collection. Some
Okay.
herbal stuff so I can make some more potion.
Yeah. I think we said for that it's a medicine check, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So do it with advantage because Tiber's with you and he's pointing them out. So
Okay.
go ahead and give me a check there. And then for Baelfor, you can definitely loot the log cabin. Give me an investigation check on it. And then
By
let's
the
read
way,
out
Ted,
all-
I do have a herbalism kit to help you at whatever point you would like help with.
I
gathering
have mine too.
items, but then I would help you get a lot more.
You guys
Where-
all back up each other. It's so awesome.
Oh, I'm not very.
Didi, are you looking around too? Investigation.
Yes, sir.
All right. Cool.
Good thing,
So-
because Baelfor did not
I'm blind
investigate anything.
as a bat. It's the blind in one eye thing.
Now
you know?
Baelfor keeps on finding like just broken stuff, like it's like everything is just everywhere scattered in there. Didi, what you do find is you move a little bit, like you're trying to pass some of the slime that was inside of the log cabin. And you're not trying to step on that stuff. And as you do, you run your hand along the wall and you push in and you like almost trip as your hand like gets sucked in a little bit into the wall. But it was a false wall. You find 82 gold. And by the way, with gold, anytime I tell you guys that, add it to your inventory unless you tell everybody you're going to share it. Okay. So, yeah, 82 gold.
I'm gonna share it.
Yeah. Cool. So whatever the math is to share it. Whip out the calculators. 16 for 5. Oh, wait, Fayvre's not there.
Well, Fayvre
Oh.
went off.
Yeah. So divided by 4 then. I just shout it out.
Why wouldn't I
Keep
share
the
it?
money.
Keep the money. You don't want it?
I mean, I could always use it. How much was it again?
Is what I say? 84 total?
I think you said 82 divided
82.
by 4. Why wouldn't we just save it and I give it to Fayvre afterwards?
Yeah. Whatever you
Yes.
want to do.
What if I die right now?
Although I'll keep your gold in
Then
memory
I,
of you.
then
All
I,
plus-
yeah, then I keep your section
Okay.
with love.
There
And then
we
on
go.
something I would have loved.
There we go.
It would
Baelfor.
be so 16 for everybody.
Nice. Baelfor, as you keep stumbling and you keep on looking around and you can't find anything, and you just saw her get a bag out of gold and she shared it, but you're just like, there's something I'm missing, and you remember Cecil said Shrine of Savras.
I don't know what that means.
You don't. Only that she said that's where they ran away from.
Oh, there was the wait. No. Uh,
Oh, that was.
now see, I get memory. This is why it's better that I don't have memories because it's all jumbled up. So
Yeah, I know you're the bad memory guy, and I'm giving you like
and
facts.
it's literally just like in real life. I can't think straight ever. So I'm
I
just gonna
forgot
shout
to
out
tell-
Shrine of whatever. Like just the
Yeah.
word. That's it. That's all I'm gonna say. And I'm like, that's the first thing that popped in my mind.
Hold that thought above board here. So everybody in Foundry, I forgot to tell Fayvre this, or Joff actually at this point. There is a button called Journal Entries on your right side. It looks like an open book. If you click on that, you can create your own journal entry.
I wrote it down.
Yeah.
I literally wrote that
Yay.
down in the notes too. I just
There you
didn't
go.
look.
We wrote things to remember.
Mhm.
Didi goring an orc. Someone wrote this in things to remember.
Yep, I
Yep.
did. You gored an orc while as a cow.
Yeah, that was
Yep,
my
you did.
joke. That was
That
the
was
joke,
epic.
remember? I was like, what's black and white and red all over? Didi being a cow
I
or an orc.
I thought it was the newspaper.
It will be in the newspaper when we get back to
So Joff,
Okay.
for note taking, if you want, you can create your own. Only I see it, and then if you want to share it with anybody else, you can. But there is the one that everybody says called Things to Remember. So that way, if we ever want to put notes in there. Okay, sorry about that. So yeah, Shrine of Savras. At that point, do you guys all start heading out of the logger's cabin?
Oh, what does a 14 get me for looking for
Oh,
herbs?
yes, I'm sorry. So with that, with a 14, you rolled that with advantage too?
Yeah, and then
Okay.
plus my proficiency, so because the herbalism kit let me use my proficiency, so
Perfect.
I'm like, yeah, I need that.
Yeah, just add it in, right? You find a couple of roots. Tiber explains to you they're a form of arrowroot that they're very much like hidden under some of the most oldest trees in this area, in this logger cabin area. And he goes on to explain to you that as he was out there chopping up some of the wood alongside some of his axemen, he would notice these and he'd start chewing on it, and it gave him more energy. But he was like he was big into ale, so he started fermenting this with some ale and all the other ingredients needed, and it made a really, really good ale. And they call it Logger's Ale.
PL? Is this like the original Red Bull? Four Loco? This is a Four Loco up in here.
Logger's Ale, but yeah. It's the original for Logo. No.
So how many of these roots could I
get
have
about-
found?
You get about 4. Tiber says
Okay.
it's enough to make about 1 keg. The same size keg he was holding, right? It's kind of like from chest to head, to top of your head, that size. So enough for that.
Okay.
My one of my coworkers, it's so funny. While we were still working in office, they allowed him to brew ale in the office, and I was like, "What?" And that was
Microbrew?
Yeah, microbrew in the office, and then he would share it, but only like a tiny little thing. It was beer, but you could only drink a little bit. But it was
Who
just
was
so.
doing that?
That was oh gosh, one of the VPs.
Derek?
Yeah, exactly. There you go, Derek. Yep. Yeah.
Only in Vegas.
So it was only in Vegas. Anyways, so let me actually activate this. All right, so you guys are a bit over here. For Fayvre, Oh, let me just get Fayvre token out here. Okay, we're gonna switch back to Fayvre. So, Fayvre, as you're tracking around, you're seeing these like footprints that they were the boar footprints transform into human prints, and you're seeing them, and right about here, they disappear. It's as if it just stopped. The troll prints stop. What do you do? Webster represents the whole group, by the way. Sorry, guys.
So I have this wizard hat in my inventory.
Okay.
What's it called? A hat of wizardry. Am I able to use that, or do you have to be a wizard?
You can use it.
I think is it attunement? I forget.
I have to be attuned to it, but I've had it in my inventory for a while. I've just never.
Yeah.
used it.
Let me.
I didn't think I
look
could use it, but then I was reading through, and it didn't look like I had to be a wizard.
It's meditation
Right.
hat.
Oh, I remember when I gave you this.
Because it's a hat of wizardry, not a wizard's hat.
Right. No, yeah, you can use it.
Okay.
Requires attunement, so just add it to your attunement.
Okay.
And equip it.
Okay.
And then
So
you can try to
then-
cast a cantrip you don't know. Must be from the wizard spell list, and must make a DC 10 intelligence check. So that part you do need to do. It's intelligence based, which
Right.
not your weakest thing, but just something you got to look at.
Right. So I would cast my Arcana skill, right? Okay. So, well, because it says intelligence Arcana.
Right. Let me actually 1 second. Sorry, my mouse is acting up.
Okay.
Sorry, y'all. Technical
Fayvre-
problems.
Fayvre's just a box of mysteries over here.
Wireless mouse.
The most random thing coming out of nowhere.
Yeah, above board for everyone listening. The way me and Joff met, we did a whole campaign together, and I was a DM, and it was just one-on-one.
Still good.
But so yeah, okay. What's the spell you're trying to cast? Just an
Message.
Arcana check, just to see like what's kind of going on.
Well, I want to. Oh, I failed. I only needed to roll a 5. Okay. Well, so that's out. Just for like the sake of not gaming it, should we just say we try it once and then that's kind of how it goes?
Yeah, I would say you put on the hat. It's been with you. It's been in your pouch, right? And you just feel kind of the magic starting to flow through you a bit. And you try to look back down and make a check on like what is going on here. Why would these just disappear? And also, being a ranger, you would know the difference between disappearing and being grabbed by like an eagle and like getting eaten or a dragon or something.
Sorry, what I was trying to do with the hat was cast message,
Oh, cast message. Okay, yeah.
but I failed, so that didn't.
Yeah, I didn't go through that.
Well, plus message is only 120 feet.
Well, I was just gonna see if they were like hiding in the air, like,
Oh, gotcha.
and just cast the message to the person.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just ping the whole area.
Yeah.
Bing, bing, bing.
Okay, yeah. So I guess I would try to cast like investigation, or not but like investigation check, to see
You
where
can
they
make
went.
an Arcana check too.
Okay.
You want to do an Arcana check?
Whatever you prefer.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let's do one more Arcana check.
Natural 20. 25.
Nice. Thank you for that. All right. So when you look around, you kind of go towards the ground and you're kind of patting and seeing where the next logical footprint would have been based on the pattern. And as you do, you get a bit of a flashback.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Does everybody see
Yep.
the screen here? Okay. It should be switching for.
How did you have this ready?
Training ground.
I always have things ready.
He's learning of how random everything goes with us to just kind of have like, hey, just let my mind go wander. Let's see what would
Yeah.
this party do
What
at
would
this
what would
point?
naturally happen?
It's never exactly what's planned. It's always everything that's around the plan.
Yeah. Chris, for the stream, do you see the new map?
I see
Or-
everything. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, great, awesome. Okay, so you see in the middle of the screen for everybody else to see a young Fayvre. Right, young being kind of a funny word for elves, right? He's 19.
45-year-old Fayvre.
Yeah, he's probably 45. You know, he's like mid-teenager basically, a little bit shorter. And Fayvre, you are shooting some arrows over at these two. I'd like for you to do two, just d20s. Just roll two d20s, and you can add your dexterity bonus to it because at this point you're not proficient. Just your bonus, your dex bonus.
So 14 and 11.
Okay, cool. So you grab one arrow, you go and you shoot, and phew, hits its mark. And as soon as it hit its mark, you go and grab another arrow, you knock it, shoot it, and it flies right over its head. You're like, dang it, man! How the heck do I? How can I shoot more than one? Right? And you're just like feeling like frustrated because you've been at this all day, and the camera kind of pans behind the actual like targets, and you see like 25 arrows in the wall,
Oh.
and it's all on the left one. The right one, you are nailing it, man. That thing is falling apart. Even at this point, you're hitting just the wood that the target was on because you've hit it so many times, right? And then you hear just on your left ear, he's like, "Oh dear, oh dear. You you just need to not be afraid to dream." And it's a familiar face, a father figure, Tanithil Ott. And he brings back one arrow, shoots it, and immediately, as soon as it lets go, it immediately hits both of them at the same time. And it's like this dark, kind of twisted energy right down the middle and knocks them both over.
Oh.
And he says to you, "Son, don't worry about it. You're going to get this, right? It took me like 20 years to get this right."
That's a blink
It's
of an eye. Feel like I've been doing this my whole life.
I know we started really young, and you know we're trying to get those powers unleashed in you, but don't worry, we'll get it.
All the other kids at school can do cool stuff.
I know. Don't worry about the other kids, son. It's all about what you do, right? If you start comparing yourself to others, it's like looking at something that's weak and feeble-minded versus greatness. There's greatness within you, Fayvre. Greatness. And he goes over to you and gives you a pat on your shoulder. And to you, he is 7.5 feet tall. He's ginormous, and even when you were adult, he was still a whole head taller than you, right?
Yeah.
And he just says, "Don't worry, you'll get this thing." And then you hear some just some running, and you hear the doors kind of open abruptly, and you see two of the guardsmen outside. They say, "Tanithil, Tanithil, we're under attack. My liege, we must get you to safety." And he's like, "Safety? My boys, we need to go out there and face them." And he looks over at you, Fayvre, and he says, "Don't worry, son. We'll get you in the front line soon. But for now, I need you to watch over the camp for me, okay?"
Okay, I'm here.
"All right. Love you, son." And then he goes off. The guards turn around, and they all run out, and they start knocking their bows. And that was the last time that you saw him. Snap back to reality.
Dad went out to go fight a war, never came home.
Dun dun dun.
As you kind of like come back to it and you remember that moment, you get a sense that there's something past this forest, that if you push forward, you could find it. You get that. You feel like your father's right there next to you, holding onto your shoulder, but you're not sure if you want to push just yet. What do you do?
Um, I, 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 I like motion Favor or Webster over, and I put him on my shoulder. And I ask him how he's feeling, and he's like, receptive, and he's
excited.
like, yeah, I'm
Yeah.
doing good. And so I decide to push forward. And I have my friend with me, and I've been feeling really good about tracking these people, and I'm gonna do it.
All right. Awesome. And with that, you push forward. And we're gonna go to break.
Ish.
Yay!
Okay.
BRB all about 10 minutes, all right?
Yeah, stretch a bit. We're gonna do
Yeah,
our
yeah.
let's do our Ian stretch, right? We're gonna start that as a segment. The stretching segment.
Stretching with Ian.
Yep.
Are you a yoga instructor, darling?
I'll be right back, y'all.
He is for
Okay.
D&D. All right, I guess I'm gonna go walk around a bit.
Cool.
Be right back. All right, y'all. So we're gonna be doing a short break. We usually do at least one break in each session. Everybody can get stretches, go handle some business and stuff like that. So I'm gonna go walk around a bit because this chair is kind of killing my back right now. So I will be back in like say about 10 minutes. Well, I'll probably be back sooner than that, but yes, we shall be back.
Hello, hello.
Bonjour, bonjour.
Bonjour.
So, Ricky, did you already polish off that bottle of Inca Cola?
Halfway through, man. I feel bad. Marlene just
Yeah.
does not enjoy it. I don't know. She
Really?
just, yeah, she likes Sprite and Coke, but just could not get into the Inca Cola.
How? How could you not? It's
I don't know.
amazing.
It's one of those things I don't want her to force her to drink it because she'll hate it.
True, true.
Oh, Hillary, Ian gave me this like Inca Cola. It's a Peruvian soda, and
Oh.
it's straight. Yeah, there it is, right there. It's so good. Like, I don't know what it is about it. It's just like it tastes sweet. It's just awesome. I don't know.
Yeah.
Hmm. Cool.
Yeah, it's like I know a supplier up in Salt Lake, so every time I'm in Utah, I'm like, hey, I'll take a case. They get it
Yeah,
like really cheap.
it's like a, it's like Mountain Dew, but like a higher level of that. You know, like they added more dew or something. So,
It's more, it's like a sweet lemon, but not a lemon lime.
Mm.
mhm,
And it's obviously, yellow.
mhm.
And you're drinking it out of a beer mug.
Mhm.
She do it out of a stein.
Well, it's
It
funny.
is. It's a
There we go.
Stein-like.
Close enough.
Because Ian, you don't drink, right? Like alcohol.
No, I don't. My liver is so crap.
Ah,
I come from a very long a line of alcoholics on both sides of my family. So I'm like, gee, thanks to your action, I get shitty liver.
Just made mine stronger. I could drink a lot, but I stopped drinking recently. So
hey, there you go.
for the
Yeah,
most
save
part,
you
besides
some
for
money.
sponsor stuff. Well, I don't. I never send money
Definitely
when I
saves some
drink.
money.
I just gamble,
Oh.
and that's the part that's usually the part of it.
For sure.
Hmm.
Vindictive jukebox. Is that Haley's friend or is that?
That's one of Joff's.
Oh, okay,
Beats.
Oh, okay.
cool.
Lead
Yeah,
singer of
Vindictive
South
Juicebox. She's one of my friends that I play games with, and we recently did the Fortnite or the D&D one shot together.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
Awesome. Hi there. Haley was talking to me about one of her friends very much into D&D, and he wanted to join up in the game. So I was like, yeah, well, I'll ask the group, right? So
Yep.
yeah.
You're gonna have to give me about
You guys
like
all
a heads up on for the overlay. I'll have to go through and add. I gotta
Yeah,
figure out
no
how to do
worries.
that then.
There you go. Hello. Vindictive jukebox.
What does a
Awesome.
vindictive jukebox do? Like you put in your 25 cents and you request a song
And it does
and-
not.
And it just eats it. Just eats it.
and it plays something like of a complete opposite genre, or it just screams,
It
or
just
it
rickrolls
makes
you.
a really
It just
high-
Yeah,
rickrolls you.
it Rick rolls. That's what it is.
Oh,
That should be
okay.
the joke for you, Vindictive. Awesome.
Or unless she has a favorite song that will force
Yeah,
everyone to
absolutely.
hear.
Yeah.
Annoying earworms. Ooh, yes.
I'm getting myself when I sing them. Okay.
That's awesome.
You know what, dumb? So Corson listens to NADPOD on a recent short rest. They were making a joke about Katy Perry, and so I've had fucking teenage dreams in my head for like 3 days, and I can't stand it. Like everywhere I'm going, like today I was doing data analysis, and I was like, enter. I'm that
I like
Mm-hmm.
I like the enter. Enter.
Yeah.
Mm.
And because I was like
Funny.
typing code, and then I'd like hit the next line.
That's so
Very
good.
nice.
All right, everyone's back.
Mhm.
Okay, so we had left off with Fayvre, about to push forward to where the footsteps ended. But before we do that, let's get back to the rest of the group. So the Webster token on the map represents everybody else. There is the group, the two Steelbound brothers, Cora's two brothers, and then the remaining Axemen and Tiber and so on. Was everybody going to Phandalin, or were you continuing on and splitting away from the group? I didn't quite catch that, so I wanted to ask the group.
We never split
Continuing
our
to
party, right?
Phandalin was the we sent the lone ranger by himself, and then we're all like, we're gonna head back with the loggers and
Okay.
make sure they made it safe.
Okay.
Plus, we want
Plus,
to meet up
we
with
have
them.
horses, so we can hitchhike a couple more wagons that are somewhat more operable.
Okay.
So
Cool. Easy enough then. All right. So I'll say you guys kind of follow the path that you took already. And that will lead you to being at
a hot
night.
spring.
The hot spring's a little more north, so if you wanted to go
Ah.
back there, you could, but it'll put you out of your way. But I'll say, you know what? I didn't mark it here. I will mark it for funsies. It's right here.
Okay.
If anybody ever needs to or wants to go back there. Hot spring.
Eventually. Hot spring and brewery. Hot spring brewery.
What's that?
Yeah.
You're speaking my love language, darling.
Are we gonna find smoke leaf? Is there gonna be a farm of smoke leaf next? I mean, that's the next thing on the list, right? Alcohol.
That's the next thing. Who
Hey.
knows?
Hey, then we can use his fire. You can just, like, you know,
You
up a creek.
reinvigorated Didi's
Long
excitement on
rest.
the adventure.
Yes.
Because you think of it, remember the show Up a Creek, and how like there's a fire in the wheat field, and then basically all the firefighters were all like trying to fight the fire and they couldn't because they're all high. That's basically gonna be Ted in a fight over there, and it's gonna be great. I'm excited.
Absolutely. So I'll say that the larger crew is able to make it just outside of Coneyberry and be back onto the Tribord Trail Road before you need to rest the horses and camp for the night. But at the same time as that's happening, Fayvre, I'll need you to roll Arcana or Investigation, whatever you'd like.
Can't believe we split the party.
I'll do Arcana.
I know it's like against the rules, right?
fine.
Like
Fayvre
you
grew up
know?
in these woods.
Yeah,
good.
he's from like more north of these.
24.
Nice.
Such a lone
Very
wolf.
good.
That's
So
what Didi and Cora came about on the trail. Like, he's such a lone wolf. He's just.
The best one for the
Wolf.
job.
Hope he's okay.
Fingers
But
crossed.
isn't his spider a spider wolf?
Mhm.
See, he runs in a pack of two.
Wolf spider. Yeah.
wolf spider.
A wolf spider.
Okay, give me 1 second.
Oh.
I need to make sure some things are ready.
Dun, 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 dun.
Okay,
6 mountain
and
trolls he's got to fight. Good luck.
I'm really fast. Don't worry.
you, Fayvre, and Webster, you begin picking up on a trail, a cobblestone trail. And as you begin to approach, you're starting to see a very familiar fog, a deep fog. It does cloud your vision a little bit.
Uh-oh.
And as you do,
Bum,
let's switch the
bum,
whole screen here.
bum. It's so funny you said that, and a commercial started playing for me
I
on
know.
Chris's channel at the exact moment.
I've seen that too. That's funny. For Chris, though, you do see the Fayvre. So I know we're running off of your your map.
We have
Oh,
coined
it
the
looks
term.
so different on Chris's than on mine.
So I'm watching the stream at the same time. So I'm like, whatever Chris sees is what shows on the stream.
Yeah.
I
I just see fog. I don't see any path, and I see
Okay.
trees.
Oh, really? Let
I
me.
see a pass.
Yeah,
I see
there
it
is
now.
a path to your left, Fayvre.
I don't.
I can see. I
Oh.
mean, I can play off of the stream. I just can't see it myself.
Oh,
I
really?
cannot see it either.
Let me
It's-
make sure I switch back here, and I will activate it again. So give me half a second.
Just a side note, we have changed his rope trick. We call him the nope rope. That's the new term.
I thought
So-
that was what you called snakes or nope ropes.
That
There we
too.
go. You should see the map now, right, Fayvre, or no? Or should I?
I mean, I can see the map. I can see the fog in the trees. I just can't see like the grass and the texture of the ground, essentially.
Oh, you might need to refresh the whole thing.
Yeah, maybe
Wait.
refresh your screen real quick, and let's just see.
Log back in.
Because with your vision, you should see a lot right now, like literally on there, and then you should see a bunch of fog as well.
Play launch. Go. Brandon.
Oh, we lost Hillary on the Foundry as well. Foundry and
Well, I also hit refresh because I couldn't see, and then it logs you out.
Yep.
Okay, now I can see.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was me earlier too, about 20 minutes ago.
Nice. Okay.
Okay.
So everybody should see Fayvre kind of towards the top of the screen, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So Fayvre, in front of you, it's hard to tell. I will give you that you can see quite literally the path here, cobblestone path. There's a lot of bushes, but you do make out a lot of rustling, a lot of noise coming in this direction. Even with your vision, it's hard to see exactly what it is. Do you press forward?
I'm gonna cast guidance on myself,
Okay. Awesome. So you kind of
and
get together and grab it and just. I don't think it casts a little light, but it does. You know, you do feel it, right? And a little magical force hits you.
right.
Okay.
And then I just want to be super stealthy, and I'll walk off of the path, maybe like this direction down here.
Okay. Roll a stealth check for me.
Okay.
Okay, and what'd you get?
18 plus or D4.
Nice. 19 total. Yeah, easy enough. You very familiar with forest grounds. You're able to move. I'll move your guy for now. But from this vantage point, you start making out the large bodies of ogres, hobgoblins, and goblins. And they look
Oh.
panicked, frazzled even. And can you understand Goblin? I forget your language.
Yes, I can. Yeah.
Okay, great. So the ogres are like, oh, we're gonna get this stuff over. And then the hobgoblins are like, grab the stuff, get out of here, we gotta get everything, come on. And then these other ones are just like, come on, get the dang donkeys over here. And they are just not paying attention to nothing. They are trying to get out of there. This one over here, he looks out, he looks to the left and the right. He's like, I can't see a bloody thing. And then he starts kind of motioning back over here.
Is this fog reminiscent of the fog we saw before?
Yes. Yeah. It's just higher definition because Ricky as a DM took more time on it.
Okay, cool. I mean, it looks
Good
incredible.
job, DM Ricky.
Yay!
Yay.
Man, whoever that DM Ricky guy is, he's pretty
I
cool.
know.
Yeah.
What
Who's
am I
that guy?
standing in front of? Like-
You are seeing the shapes and outlines of what looks like maybe a tall fort, maybe kind of like a little bit of like a castle, kind of, but it looks more like a fort. Concrete, all around, over here and over here.
Have I been in this? Have I been in this area? Do I recognize this?
You don't. No, you're. You would not recognize this part of Neverwinter, and this area you've not seen before.
Okay. I cast Disguise Self,
Okay.
and man, none of these guys are like my size, huh?
No. Oh well, Hobgoblin.
Hobgoblin should be your size.
Yeah, they're medium
So
sized.
I can appear as short as 5'4"
Mm-hmm.
with the spell. Does that seem to align with the Hobgoblin?
I would say
I'd be like a
yeah.
taller
They're a
Hobgoblin.
little taller. So
Oh, okay.
and
But I
you
can
aren't
be.
you?
That's my minimum. I could be taller.
Oh yeah, yeah. Then yeah, you would be fine. Hobgoblins are about like 6 foot, like maybe
Oh.
5'11", something like that. Yeah. So yeah. Okay, so you disguise self. And you look like a hobgoblin.
Yeah, and I'm still not trying to be seen, but I want to be like, if I am seen, I would just try to act like I was lost.
Okay.
I found this group of people that I presumably know.
Would you hide Webster, or is he following you?
I would put Webster under my cloak on my back.
Okay, cool. All right. So you're just hearing more scurrying. He says, "We gotta get the fuck out of here! I can't believe this guy. I know
And
that troll. He's freaking madness."
I'd like to move up further.
Okay, go for it. Is it? Oh, does it let you? There you go.
You said you were moving me, so I just didn't want to
Yeah,
make
no
any
worries.
unannounced moves.
Yeah, no, you're good. At this point, you're hearing them even better, and you're just making out the rumblings that they're kind of trying to quit on a boss of theirs. They are not getting paid enough to be here, and the donkeys start moving, the ogres start heading out, and they start moving off. Do you do anything as they move out?
I don't think so.
Okay.
No.
So they begin to move out. towards the west of the screen, and with the deepening fog, you kind of start losing a track on them, a beat on them.
Okay.
You still look like a hobgoblin, though.
Right. Yeah,
as you
not
are
from the
closer, it is very clear that this is a walled fortification. In the middle, you can make out the top of what looks like some kind of like concrete building. It looks very regal but old.
Okay.
But it's you can't tell a lot of details.
So I would try to stealthily come up and like peek. Is this a door? What is this entry?
It's a broken down door.
Okay. So I just want to peek in and see what it looks like
Okay.
in there.
So you can move them in there. So as you do, have a little hold thing. So it's awesome. So 1 second for me. What you can see, the fog still trails into here, and you just see a broken down front door, front gate. It looks like there's lots of scratches and marks, claws all over it, and maybe that it was the cause of it breaking. But as you see just a faint moonlight in it, you do see some fires that are to the left and the right that look like kind of torchlight. So I'll let you kind of keep exploring.
Okay. I would just
Oh,
walk.
I am messing up. I had a music for you. Is it this one? I think it was this one. Sorry, guys.
Ricky, as the group's deaf spokesperson, I forgive you.
Oh my god.
So
I love
for
it.
everybody that's watching, I am severely moderate deaf. I have like 94 to 96% hearing loss. So I'm like hooked up to the headphone to a stereo amplifier, crank that up just so I can hear you guys normally.
Have you tried bone vibrating headphones?
Those are actually pretty good. I have set myself already. As long as I have my hearing aids in, because if I don't have any earplugs in, I can't hear it at all because it keeps escaping.
So if ever you're hanging out with Ian and he pulls his hearing aid out, you know he doesn't want to listen.
Right, right.
No. It gets better. It gets better. Hearing aids are now Bluetooth, so I can just mute my hearing aid and just listen to something else completely.
He's not
Incredible.
he's not picking his ear. He's literally just changing channels.
Pretty much.
Next
Just like,
track. Next track.
podcast. Next track. I'm going to watch a movie.
Does everybody hear the music? Is it too loud? Everything good?
It's good.
Kinda good,
That's
yes.
good.
But it's Fayvre. You are a very strong, ranger. You've seen some stuff. You feel a little weird.
Okay. Does this feel like forced entry from the outside or from the inside out?
From the outside. Yeah,
Right.
it looks like somebody broke into here. Yeah.
Then continuing to be stealthy and going inside the door.
All right.
Oh, this is so spooky. I don't like it.
I know you feel terrible for him, but it's like you're.
He's the only one for the job. I didn't want to send him out, but I was like, well, I mean, he's the only one that can do this right now.
Go on.
If you want to, we're not saying you have to, but
You continue to just see wreckages, kind of destroyed material from the building, and nothing looks like it's damaged as far as from the inside out, as if something was escaping or something. It just looks like it's been a rundown fortification. In front of you, there is a steel gate, but there's also a kind of opening over here to your, I guess it would be left on the screen.
Then I will send Fayvre to the corner, and he's going to attempt to hide.
Okay.
And then Webster is going to crawl over here along the wall and try to stealthily scout out anything happening over here.
Okay. And for you on your map, okay, great. I'm holding on to Webster, so I see what Webster sees. Yay. So yeah, he's easily. You could have even passed through that left hole. But yeah, give me a stealth check for him.
11, but it's a natural 1.
So he does his spider thing, feeling very confident. I'll move him over. And is he on? There's no ceiling here, but is he on the walls of the fortification? Yeah.
He's on the
Okay.
wall.
So as he kind of crawls up the walls here, he feels around and whatnot, and his back hind legs that would normally ground him, he loses grip on them and falls down. And for a moment, you even hear the thud, like you've heard him fall before, and you're like, oh, like Webster, are you okay? And he's just right there, and he's like, yeah, I'm good. And he does his feelers, like 2 of them, like peace sign, like. But he's fine.
Okay.
Then you can move him, and I'll kind of
Okay.
tell you as things.
Yeah. So he just
What
kind of
he's
moves
speaking-
along. Is yeah, like this area. Is that a gap in the wall?
Yes, there's a large gap there. That looks like, for Webster, it looks like it leads back out to the grassy fields that you came out.
Does it look like it's broken, or does it look like it was made that way?
It's definitely damaged and broken, like assaulted.
Okay.
You know.
So
What's around Webster is these camps, and these look very fresh. The fire is still crackling right here in the middle. He can smell. Spider, yeah, you can kind of smell. Still, there was some food brewing right here in the middle in the pot. It looks
Of
like.
course, Webster finds the food.
It looks like perhaps the goblins were stationed here and in a hurry left. They didn't even take their camping supplies.
okay. So once Webster kind of gives me the peace sign, Fayvre would move over.
Okay.
To here. And he's gonna look around.
Rocks fall,
Yeah.
everybody dies. No, I'm kidding.
He's gonna look around the camp for tracks that match what he was tracking.
So as you get closer to this wall, you notice that there was cannon fire, perhaps like a cannonball right here. And that's what looks like blew through the wall. So,
Okay.
but as you kind of go around the wall, you also see bones and skeletons.
Cool. Yeah, this place isn't spooky at all.
Didn't need to come by yourself, but
Well, we would have hindered his movement. We were trying to catch up.
Yeah.
I'm
No,
kind
this
of
is good.
glad we split the party right now.
Oh.
There.
He just got his bow back. Nah, you get one session. You could use it one fight and you're dead. Sorry.
Yeah. So he just kind of continues to move around, look around the camp, and see if he can find any tracks that kind of lead deeper in, I guess.
the tracks all around you right now are just scattered.
And
It
everything.
looks like a total mess. There are sleeping bags half furled, sleeping bags that look like they've been rummaged and like crap. What can I take? Okay. And you get the sense that this is all from the orcs and goblins.
Okay.
In front of you, there's just some barrels stacked up. It looks like there's webs on them. Those have been there for quite some time.
Then he's gonna want to go through this doorway. Or look
And
inside.
yeah, as you look inside, 1 second for me. That is the outside wall of the inner. Oh, by the way, I'm sorry. This in front of you, it looks like maybe a chapel.
Okay.
Now that you're up front and close to it, and as you look inside, you see that another cannonball is right about here, where perhaps it broke through. Now, your character might not be able to, but tell me when you want to move in, because you can fit in there, and Webster can too. So.
Yeah, I would move in just to
Okay.
inside and look around.
All the big
Okay,
bads
great.
are always in the churches.
So, in front of you, give you a little description here. It is a room. Looks like it's a room. There's a bunch of cots everywhere. It looks like faint. There's a couple of skeletons right over here and here. And in the middle of the room is a upside down table, destroyed.
Okay.
With your dark vision, you can also make out the lining of what looks like a door there.
I'd move over the door, and do I have? Ooh, I
Oh,
don't
let
have
me
an
get
AP.
Webster for you to get in here. There you go. There, you guys are together still.
Can I see if that's unlocked? Ah,
Yeah, yeah. You want to like grab it and like wiggle it, or like?
mm,
Now that I say that,
well, I initially I was like, oh, again, I check it for traps, but like, it seems pretty abandoned, so I'm gonna say no. I just grab it and wiggle it.
it falls down and opens.
Okay, good.
Last
It's like
famous
you
word.
touch it and it's like
Big sound.
big sound, lots of dust. What you see here in the middle of this room is you see a large amount of pillars that line the inner ribs of this chapel. There is a faint glow in the middle. As you kind of look up, you see that there's what looks like a bell of some kind up there.
Okay. I tell Webster to go back to the gap in the wall here by the
Okay.
camp.
Okay.
Hang out on the wall. If he sees anyone coming in, come inside and get me.
Okay. All right. So he's on guard. Do
Okay.
you want him to stealth, or do you want him to just?
Well, so kind of up on the top side of the camp.
Oh, like okay, like on one of these guys.
Where I'm. If you zoom
Oh.
out, you'll see my mark.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah. I'll move him over there for you, so he's just in
Yeah,
that
just
area.
so if anyone comes from like kind of the direction I came,
Mhm.
yeah.
Okay, great.
And then I would just peek in here, and I'm trying to be stealthy, and see what's in this room.
Okay. What you see in the north part of the room is a skeleton. You see one to your immediate left. Looks like they were warriors. They have maybe rusted swords, a shield. On your right, there is a large pile of skeletons.
Okay. I just follow along this wall here, and like, I guess I can't really see what's over here. So
Yeah, there is a large double door right here. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Then I go for that.
okay. So as you do, you hear behind you something dropped.
I drop my disguise self,
Okay.
and I turn around and look.
And you just see a little puff of dust. And you see a little pebble fell.
What was the name of
look
the
up.
niece?
I would say as an elf you would remember Cecil.
Cecil. Cecil, are you there?
Only thing you hear is the echoes of the chamber.
Okay. Turn back around and
Okay.
try the door.
All right. They open easy enough. When you open one, you open both, double door.
No.
Here, you see, it feels like there's a glow about this room. There's a light bluish glow. And you see 6 stone statues, each of them facing random directions. And with your dark vision, you can make out there's more skeletons clinging to a pillar, just grasping as if it was the last thing they did.
Okay. Just gonna back away, but stay along the side of the room.
Okay.
He's not doing
Give
the
me
horror film
a
thing.
stealth check if you're trying to be stealthy.
Yeah. Okay.
Just don't do whatever they do in the horror movie. They always die.
Well, he already split up with his one friend.
Yeah.
Oh, he
20.
split himself. Yeah, he did.
Okay, with a 20, you feel very confident, kind of knowing the layout of this area, knowing that there's skeletons on the way, that you step over a couple. You are very quiet and proceed. There's
And I
another
try
door
to-
in front of you.
Try that.
If you want, you can click that, and it'll open. But as you do, the door opens. This one opens normally, but at the very end, it creaks. And here, on your left, you make out a lot of broken vases, a lot of broken barrels, damaged tables, and another hole in the wall. It appears that maybe something broke through there.
Yeah. Okay, I go in. Oh god, there's a pile of bodies with light on them?
That's not weird.
That looks just like what you just said. It is a pile of skeletons and bones, and there is a faint glow amongst them.
Do I like have any sense of what is going on in this place?
So you can give me a, whatever kind of check you think you wanna
Okay.
feel for.
Um,
Ian is just smoky. I don't know if anybody saw that.
So is Haley. Look.
Those Haley.
Oh, what? Where's this? I gotta change that. We should all be that just to freak Jeff out more.
Also, while I'm in here,
Yeah.
has my crossbow of warning warned me about anyone within 30 feet?
No.
Okay, that's good. It's probably just magic problems then. Okay, I'll make an Arcana check to see if I like recognize any sort of like spells or like evil wards that would be there.
Okay.
14.
So it's not coming from in front of you or even outside. It feels like it's right behind you.
Oh my God.
Like no matter what direction he turns, it feels like it's right behind him. Or
No, just he's facing outside, and then he can turn around, and it feels like it's in front of him now, and it feels like above you,
Okay, look
right
up.
about this
Cute.
location. And you see that bell that you saw earlier, and Ted dies. No,
Ted dies.
Okay.
He's acting it out for us. You look up at the bell, Fayvre, and you didn't notice this walking in, but with that Arcana check, why hasn't that bell moved if the wind is so strong outside?
something's going to happen. The music's getting more dramatic.
Some really advanced music he's playing here.
And I'm
He
on
timed
4D
this.
chess here, guys.
Yeah, he timed this appropriately. We're ready.
Okay, I cast. How high is the bell?
It's 30 feet or so. If
Okay.
you can imagine any chapel that anybody's been in, it's a high roof. Yeah. And then
God, this is the worst decision of my life. I cast rope trick, like
Okay.
within arm's reach of the bell, so the rope is like kind of just next to the bell.
so describe to me again how rope trip works, because I want to get this right for you.
So the visuals of it is, I take a rope out of my sack, and I kind of just spin it and whip it up, and it just gets like magnetically stuck into a point in the air up to 60 feet high.
Okay, great. So what you feel then, or what you see, I should say, is that you do toss it up. It goes about 20 feet up, and then you don't understand why with your 14 Arcana, but it actually stops and falls back.
Oh, it'd make like Scooby Doo and Skedaddle.
Okay, I'm gonna just move my. Okay, I want to move back over to this side of the room.
Back to Webster.
Okay.
Webster is outside, and give him a perception check.
Perception is wisdom. Okay. 11.
All right. So with an 11,
Oh no.
Oh my God.
he's
He went,
standing
"Okay."
point. He's on the wall. He's trying his best to stay stealth, and he feels very confident as being who Webster is. And he hears just a loud right over here.
Um.
It's in front of him, but to the left.
Like, does it sound like rock on rock or like a thud?
He can't tell.
Okay.
Oh,
I'll
you
just-
gave me a wisdom check. It says. Did you mean to? I was saying
You could
perception.
do a perception check, right?
Yeah.
I can't like specifically roll perception.
Oh,
for him.
okay, sure, no worries.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure his bonuses are there if he had one. Anyways, but yeah, no, he can't tell.
Oh no, he
what
has
it
a
is.
+6 to perception.
There you go. So it'd be
Oh my
10.
god, 25.
So there you go. He at first he's like, oh, and just imagine you guys all saw the spider-eyed, like bright-eyed, new photo of Webster, and he's like, oh, and then he looks over, and he just sees just a rock and dust.
Does it look like the rock that the fortress is made out of?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, with the 25, yeah, easily he'd be able to pick up on that.
Okay. So he just looks up to the top. Like, is it a wall? It's not like there's no ceiling. It's just like
It's like a fort,
wall.
a fort wall. So he could get on the top, and that would be like where archers would have been. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So he climbs
So
up
if
to the top of the side that he's on.
Okay, let me get him up there, and he should. There you go. He can kind of see more clearly, but it's walled off, so he can see over it. But he's just in like a 1 foot like overhang that's over
Right.
the wall. But yeah,
he would look-
he's up there.
Across over to that side and
Mhm.
see if he sees anything.
Yeah. So the only thing really that he sees there is just more of the pathway to the rest of the fortification, and then just the walls on the side. They're decrepit, destroyed.
It's like pitch black.
And so, yeah, it's meant to be. So
Cuts it off.
sorry about that. Yeah, but it looks more
Um,
like the rest of the fort wall. Nothing stands out for him.
Does
especially-
him being at this height lower his ability to see what's on the ground?
No.
Okay.
He'd be able to peek over it better. It's just the way the walls collide in here.
Yeah,
Sorry
that's
about
fine.
that. Yeah.
Okay, so he'd stay there and just keep looking.
All right, back to Fayvre.
I feel like
So
I should
the
have him in here with me, but that's okay.
so the rope, it went up. You expect it to continue and to do its thing, but it falls right back down.
Okay.
right. Hillary's looking spooky. Look at that background.
Oh my gosh.
My goodness.
So face spooky.
Just need a crab to start singing under the sea. Oh, how wonderful as you can see.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm gonna move. I want Fayvre to move back along the wall. Over here, and then there, and then there. And then he's gonna pick up just a small, like, I don't know, a couple inch by couple inch piece of debris or bone or whatever.
Okay, sure. Easy enough,
And
yeah.
toss it at the spot that the rope fell.
Okay. Yeah. So it's easy. You pick it up, you toss it, and it's like a wave, and it's like a very faint blue, like a protective kind of layer, and it's about 20 feet up.
Okay.
Hmm.
So instead of trying to hit it from the bottom where there seems to be that layer, I'm gonna try to toss it like at the side of what I imagine is an invisible cube.
Okay. Yeah.
Is the wall there on the side as well?
Yeah. So you toss another one, and it appears like it's the entire kind of roof.
Okay.
Right.
Okay, then I go over to this door,
Mhm.
and I toss the same thing at the ceiling in here.
Hits the ceiling. Nothing happens. Just.
Okay. Then I want to go outside. Back
As
out.
you, let me do one quick thing for you.
Sure.
Give me a just an attack roll. Like add your dexterity modifier. Just d20 plus dex.
Not a saving throw, just a
Not a saving. Just a roll.
natural 20, 22.
Oh,
God dang.
that was well timed.
When
Well
you-
timed, yeah.
When you toss it up, it bounces off the roof, and then it falls right in front of a skeleton's foot. Right over here.
No.
And as it does, it looked like with your dark vision, you saw the skeletons. you see its arm move down, and you see that there was something it was clenching, some papers, maybe a journal. You're not sure.
You should definitely read the journal.
I don't like kick hard. I just kind of nudge a part of the skeleton's body to see if it moves any further.
So are you in the room doing that, or are you?
Well, yeah, wherever the skeleton.
Okay, yeah, it was over here.
In that room.
Yeah, in that room. Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Then yeah, I go in. I just step in, and I'm ready to run.
Okay.
I'm so scared.
Zoinks! Scoo! I'm so scared.
Ruh-roh. Okay, so do you approach the skeleton? Do you?
If everything seems fine when I walk in, then yeah, I approach him.
Okay, yeah. So as you do see it more clearly. It was a journal that he was clenching onto, and now it's loose. It's just on his decrepit chest. The skeletons, you can see clearly now. They are wearing priestly robes.
What kind of species do they seem to be?
I'd say easy enough. You've seen so many at this point. They look human.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then I take an arrow and I just kind of nudge the journal, make sure nothing funky happens when I move it, and then I'll grab it.
Okay. So you reach down with the arrow, poke at it a little bit, move it, and then it slides a little bit and falls down, and you see to your right another skeleton just moves,
Oh,
like
God.
What?
right. But it's
Okay.
just moved. That's
I
all.
grab the journal.
Okay. So you pick up the journal, and
I'm not reading it right now.
Okay.
But I'll look at the outside.
Yeah. On the outside, it's covered in dust. You can kind of rub it a little bit. And it doesn't say any words on the outside rims or anything like that. As you're holding it and you're making sure, like, I don't know about this, you can see some scrawling of like a word or two, and then it looks like with your dark vision, you can kind of tell at the very edge of a paragraph it says "yet."
Okay. In common.
Yeah, in common.
Okay.
But that's without looking at it, reading the whole thing. You can that's what you can see.
And what does this seem to be? It's
So, yeah, give me an investigation check.
10.
Awesome. So with the 10, it looks like perhaps a formal.
Oh wait, how long does guidance last? Just a minute, right? Never mind.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, never mind.
That's okay. With a 10, it looks like a normal kind of like offering table of some kind. It doesn't look like.
Oh my God.
Like it doesn't. No, it doesn't
Sorry,
look like any.
My husband just came inside and scared the shit out of me because I'm all spooked up right now.
Got it. So your husband is the big bad in this scenario. Got it. So we don't gotta worry about nothing.
I secretly texted Hillary to text him to come in right now.
Oh, God.
Okay.
So,
Just like an offering table.
so it looks like a general like offering table. There is to the far back one gold that's just on the edge, and it looks like there's a bunch of dust on it, like on the far edge of it.
No, ain't no one need that gold. And so yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and walk out.
Okay.
And on my way out, I kick one of these bones into the center of that area. And I'm
you
like,
kicked one into it?
well, yeah, maybe when I'm by this door. So when I'm by this door,
just in case.
just in case I gotta escape, I kick something into the center of the room.
Okay. You kick it. It like goes. Nothing happens.
Okay, cool. I go out. I check on Webster. I make sure he's okay.
Okay. Yeah.
can't
Webster looks. Yeah. Let me move him. Webster looks like he's safe and sound, but he's freaking out a little bit for sure.
Okay. I'm going to sit by the campfire for a second. I tell Webster to keep an eye on me, make sure nothing sneaks up, and I want to read the journal.
All right. So you flip open the journal, and you can see just one paragraph. Here
the
we
whole book?
find, yeah, the whole book, just the first page. Here we hide from our enemies. They batter our doors as they write. We fled from the beast, from the north mountains, and yet they still pursue us. May our riches stay safe, ringing high in the heavens.
So maybe it's not a danger thing. Maybe it's a protection for their riches thing. Okay. I tell Webster about the force field. I'm like, hey, I can't seem to access that bell. Go on top of the building and see if there's any way to access it from the top.
Okay. Yeah. So I don't have a little map for
fine.
that. So good stuff. Damn, I'm not prepared for that part. I will say though, Webster easily scales the side of this chapel. He does see multiple areas where there's just straight holes, and that maybe is where you got some moonlight into there. And he does go up, and he's probably 50 feet on the ground at this point, and he sees the bell that you saw, and it has a cover over it, and the bell itself looks rusted and crusted over. Give me either perception or investigation for him. So we'll just make sure he's got his bonuses.
Yeah, perception. Okay, perception 14.
Nice. Okay. So he's been with you for a while. He knows a thing or two about treasures. And he looks at it, and there appears to be a crack on the far south side of it. Moves over a little bit, and there's just a sliver of solid gold that glints off the moonlight.
On the bell?
Uh-huh.
Can he get close to the bell?
You can certainly try.
He tries to get closer to the bell.
All right.
He doesn't touch the bell yet, but just closer.
Okay, just gets closer. So he starts to walk closer to the bell itself, and imagine a 8-foot by 8-foot kind of square around the bell, and then at each corner of the bell are the wood frames to have the roof over the bell. Okay.
Yeah.
But with that, he gets right to the edge of where that square frame is, and he puts one claw on it, and I'll need him to make a dexterity saving throw.
Fried spider.
No.
That would just be a regular dex. I just have one.
Yeah, I guess for him, just regular.
Ooh, 19.
Nice. He feels it as soon as it was about to pop back at him, and he moves his claw back, or not claw, but his leg back, and he sees a repelling kind of force that definitely would have thrown him back, but he moves out just in time.
Webster doesn't have the hit points to be thrown off a 50-foot building.
He's like a cat and lands on his legs.
Yeah,
Test
left
it.
on
You
his
Got
legs.
spider webs.
It's pretty
You could do
dexterous.
like
I
a
mean.
Spider-Man move and like shoot a spider web to catch himself.
You
Yeah,
know,
what
with
happens
the
if he
high enough
tries to
roll, I'd
shoot-
probably allow that to happen, Joe. So just so you know.
What happens if he tries to shoot a web through the
You
barrier?
won't kill our
Um,
mascot.
Give his mascot, right? You can give me an attack roll for him, and we'll just say his throwing a spider web is an attack roll.
5.
Yeah. So he throws it out a little bit. So he turns around, throws his spinneret right at him, shooting a spider web, and essentially it hits and bounces right off.
All right. Well, he comes down.
Okay.
Could I see him?
He relays,
while-
yeah, he relays that kind of information, like what you would assume is kind of gold.
Yeah.
You guys probably have a secret code with his legs and things like that to share.
Yeah.
Would you? I'm sorry, I cut off your question.
I was just asking if I could see him or if he was telling me.
Oh yeah. If he gets right next to you, he'll tell you exactly what he saw.
Okay.
So, and he'll also make some, some markings or whatnot with his legs barrier. So you understand what you saw earlier.
Okay. Real quickly, I guess depends on how you want to do this, but
How do
Fayvre
you
wants to
want-
kind of circle the perimeter of the building,
Okay.
and just see if he's missed anything on the outside.
Sure. Yeah. So, give me a perception check for him, and let me do one thing for me. There we go.
15.
Great. So with a 15, to the southeast side. Oh my goodness. He can see that pile that you saw of skeletons, and the faint glow coming off of them. He also sees what looks like makeshift beds over here. It's very hard to tell, but he can see it's quite large. And then he sees on this other side more of the not broken down campsites and still with the fires going over there.
Okay.
But nothing that maybe stands out as strange.
Except for the light where the bodies are.
Right, yeah, besides that.
All right, then we try to figure out where the light is coming from, where the bodies are.
Okay, cool. So you get right next to it or try to look at it?
I start kind of moving the bones.
Okay, cool. So I'm gonna move you guys over there just for
Yeah.
sake of everybody seeing it. Shoom. You're not on top of it, it's fine. I'll say you kind of stealthily walk up to it, and the pile itself looks rather fresh. There are some bones here that still have meat on them. There's a lot of bones. They look like they've been picked clean. But the glow appears to be coming from the the center of it. If you want to do an investigation.
Yeah.
Investigation check, I should say.
18.
All right.
Wow. These rolls are doing me good.
You move things around, probably being careful with an arrow, maybe using a dagger or something, just to kind of move them around. And with an 18, you begin to see something grabbing towards your arrow and your dagger. And it's like a small, winding kind of darkness. What do you do?
I shove the arrow in and get my hand out.
Okay. Give me an attack roll, and you can add all your bonuses for attack.
Okay.
Like shooting an arrow attack, that kind of thing.
Natural 20 plus 5.
Jesus, my God.
Wow.
My guy.
God.
You're motivated to save yourself.
He just performs really well
for
by himself.
sure. Yeah.
This is how the other campaign went.
Yeah. You strike in, and you just hear just a shriek, like just like terrible, like absolutely painful shriek.
There was a baby shriek.
Yeah, there's baby. Theo helped out. Thank you. And just
That's how I feel on the inside right now.
And you see the shadow that was coming out lurches back.
Okay.
And then skeletons open up and just
this
blast
is where
out.
you need Baelfor.
And I'll need you to roll initiative.
Okay.
Oh my God.
19.
All right, give me 1 second. I got fun things for us.
Oh no, more than that. 21?
21.
Let's see.
Yeah,
here.
21. Nice. Oh, I'm so sorry you guys aren't included in this fight. I would have brought you guys along.
Okay. And you hear this kind of misty, kind of like.
Did I roll damage for that arrow? Or no?
Yeah, actually. Go ahead. Give me damage.
We're going to ignore the bonuses because it didn't come from that.
It's okay.
10?
1 second. I just need to bring him up, and it's giving me
No worries.
all of this. Okay. There he is. Okay. And what you see in front of you is this massive, like twisted, gnarly looking being. And I don't know why it's not letting me move towards you. Okay.
Oh,
And
no.
you hear that what you're hearing, the music, the echoing, you're hearing that constantly. And he rolled under you, so I'm going to do this.
Oh no.
Trying to get you into. There you go. Okay, one more time with what your roll was. Initiative.
I rolled a 21 initiative.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Webster.
And then
What
the
was the
damage was in a 25 attack roll and 10 damage.
Okay, so it was a natural 20, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
okay,
yeah. So 10
yeah.
plus and it was okay, so 20. Because it was 1d8 plus 2. So it'd be max of 10, and then I rolled a 10.
Okay, so 20. Nice. Okay, I got it noted. All right, so it is staring at you, beaming at you, and with that, it is Webster's turn.
Did that count as my initiative as my first turn?
No, you and Webster will both go. I just wanted to see what Webster does first. In initiative.
Oh man, I haven't attacked Webster in so long. Let's see. So Webster gets plus 3. He rolls a 13.
It misses.
Oh, okay.
So he lashes out, trying to, bite into something, and it phases right through. And he ends up not on the side that he originally thought. He ends up over here.
Okay. And then I am going to cast Zephyr Strike.
Okay.
Yeah, first level.
Okay.
I rolled a
And that
6.
adds to your damage, right?
Adds to my next damage, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
And I will take out. I'll use my 2 burnt tusks that I fashioned into daggers, and do a 2-handed attack.
All right, go for it.
15 for the first one.
Misses.
24.
Hits.
God.
So the first one, I'm sorry, you were using daggers or bows? What were you doing? Okay.
Yeah, daggers.
Great. So with that first one, you try to hit, feeling confident because of that first arrow that you literally shoved into him, and you go and it barely misses. And then you try to go with the other, and that one you're able to slice where he then moved, and just cuts into him. And instead of maybe blood coming out, you see a black ichor coming out. And what's the damage?
Also, Zephyr Strike gives me advantage on my next attack.
Oh,
so that would be technically my advantage on the first strike.
Yep, that's fine.
So then, damage for the first one that hits is 6 plus 1, 7. Oh no, 3 plus 6, so 9 damage on the first strike.
Swear to God, if you survive this, what?
I mean, if I survive,
like, I'm sorry, everybody. This is. I wanted you guys to all discover this, but.
Okay. So that's first strike.
We played it safe.
Could have teleported us in, magical Didi teleport, They teleport.
And then,
My Didi senses are
then he wakes up and he's like, it was all a dream.
It's all a dream.
I just play as Webster for the rest of the campaign.
That's what I figured was gonna happen when you die.
Okay, second strike.
Yeah.
20 even.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay. 3.
3 total?
3 total. Yeah.
Okay. Right.
Daggers don't do that much of a damage, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought Zephyr added something to it, no?
Well, it attacks. It adds it to the next attack. So I've already done one, right?
Yeah. Technically, that first one.
The first strike was also 3, but we added the 6.
Got it. There it is. All right. So you strike solid at the bottom part. You strike solid on the other one. The second one actually hits one of its many kind of spindle tentacles and then it falls off. And what comes out of it is a black ichor.
Okay. So with this,
Mhm.
12, I don't know, something like 20 plus damage. Does this thing seem to be hurt, or am I just like stabbing a dragon with
Pissing
a
it
stick?
off.
You're pissing it off for sure. It is growling at you, and what you see is it's like just large like fangs, and you can see its tail is starting to whip around as well.
Okay. So Zephyr Strike increases my walking speed by 30 feet.
Okay.
I'm gonna take I guess probably a reaction from him, and I'm gonna try to move out. Let's see, how far can I go? Through 65 feet.
Okay. Yeah, he'll take an opportunity attack. And let me roll for that guy.
Oh, Lord.
A 9 does not hit you.
Nope.
He rolled really low.
Okay.
I will just say that.
Got fire under your feet now. You better go.
Yeah. So
Um,
you run and you just see just a smack, or you feel it. You feel a smack on the ground. Rocks like rush up, right? And then Webster's like dodging out of the way because the rocks just hit the ground, made a little hole the size of you, right behind you.
So Webster didn't use his movement. When he sees me run, would he also be able to back up?
Yeah, I can say that. That's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he just runs to this wall and climbs up 10 feet, whatever.
All right.
That's
Cool.
it.
Anything else on yours? All right. So with that, he is focused on you, and since he just tried to attack you, let me see his movement. Oh, you were so lucky.
This whole encounter.
I swear, and he slithers over, moving about and easily climbing through, slowly getting towards you, and stops right there. But he looks at you and he knows that he cannot swing his tail at you, but he does
Oh no. He's gonna spit on me.
Spit on it.
something nasty. Where are you? There you are. Okay, give me a Constitution saving throw, and what you hear is this shrieking noise again, but this time it is all targeted right towards you.
Monsters like to yell a lot, don't they?
13.
Yeah. Great, actually. Yeah. So with that,
Great for who?
oh, I need one more.
Where he's like, great, I finally hit.
It's 16 halved 8.
Okay.
So you're gonna take 8 physic damage, and regardless of you saving, you feel like there's something going on with your brain. Like you're like there's a pain going on. But you felt like you were about to fall down, and then you correct yourself, and you still have your bow and your weapons ready.
Okay.
Luckily, it is Webster's turn.
Okay. Webster sees that he's chasing me that way, so he'll use his 40 feet of movement to go. Is this a wall? A hole in the wall?
Yeah, it's a hole in the wall leading back outside, and that whole area is kind of the fort wall. Like my green arrow is that fort wall.
Yeah.
So
He's just gonna get to here. And oh, he can't really see me, huh? I guess, can he see, like, because there's light behind me, can he kind of see where I'm at?
he can see you. Yeah,
Okay.
He sees Fayvre, but he is not focused on Webster.
No, sorry. Can Webster see me?
Oh, yeah, I would think so. Yeah. A straight shot, he can see some of the lights in your shadow. Yeah.
Cool. Then Fayvre is going to use. Sorry, Webster. That's his action. He's not going to attack. You just kind of trying to keep an eye on me.
Okay.
I guess that's
All
it
right.
for him.
All right, cool. And then for you.
For me, I'm going to take the dash action and move 70 feet.
Hey, Chris, the stream, is it still showing this screen, or
Yeah,
is my thing just lagging?
It's,
Okay,
no,
great.
it's because I have so much interference in the internet lines over here since it's the older area. I've been trying to get I can fix it, but I've dropped like 9% of frames this stream. So
No worries. Yeah, mine was still like in the world map. I could see. So great.
I can
so
see the
Fayvre.
current map right now.
Okay, great, perfect. So Fayvre, you are running.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
All right, great. And you just hear more of that screeching.
Okay.
Anything else for you?
No, I am just trying to keep an eye and make sure that he's continuing to follow.
Okay,
So.
cool. So, on his turn, he runs forward.
Oh wait, could I could cast a cantrip, right?
Can you? Yeah. You didn't do an action, so did you
Yeah.
dash or did you just?
Well, I dashed as my action, but
Oh, so no, unless it's a bonus action.
oh no, it's not a I thought it was a bonus action. Yeah, that's
No
it.
worries. Yeah. Okay. So, with that, he goes over here, and you can just see he's looking. Give me a stealth check.
The name of the game. Oh no, natural 1 for 6.
Well, you're running, you've dashed, and you're stumbling across some rocks. He still sees you, and he's going to make his full movement right to here. But what you see is him like leaning back and then shooting, and with that distance, barely he barely misses you. So he's like right here, basically where
Wow.
my thing is. So still sees you.
That's where his attack missed. That's where his attack landed. Okay.
Webster's turn.
Webster is gonna come around the outside of the
Okay.
Map, and I guess that's probably like
the fort. Yeah, outside the fort.
That's 20, and then
at this point the fog feels as if it's getting thicker and thicker.
Okay. Yeah. So his movement is just going to be to run. I guess he can use his action for additional movement, right?
Yeah, he definitely can. Yep.
Okay, so he's going to move
like
to
40 or something. Yeah.
Yeah, he's got a 40 movement.
So on the map, you will start to see it getting thicker and thicker, and that is on purpose.
Okay.
All right. So back to you then.
I'm gonna take my initial 35 feet. Go there, or I guess let's see, there, and then to like here.
Okay. Cool.
And then I can see him still. I can see a sliver of him on my map.
Yeah, that's you. That's your
Okay.
view of him.
And my longbow has a range of 150 feet, so I'm gonna shoot that at him.
Nice. Okay.
And
then what damage type are you going to do?
Well, I think we randomized that.
Okay.
I roll a d10.
Okay. Cool.
But before I do that, I'm gonna cast Zephyr Strike again.
All right.
So that'll be +8 to whatever if I hit. And I get advantage on the
next attack.
Do it.
Oh my god. 16.
Does not hit.
Man. Okay.
16 doesn't hit?
Wait, you only rolled once though. It shows.
You rolled twice.
No, I rolled twice. 11
okay.
and 7.
Sorry, I'm reading it wrong. Okay, cool.
If you hover over the 16, you can see both.
Ah. There you go. That's cool. No, yeah, it does not hit. So, you shoot, you had a brief line of sight, and as soon as you're about to let loose, a cover of fog comes through, and it you can't see the arrow anymore, but you feel like it was off as soon as you tossed it.
Okay.
Tossed it. You let loose.
Throw the whole bow at it. It'll work.
Yeah, it's like gotta describe this right.
Oh, boomerang.
Okay. And then
else?
because Zephyr Strike increases my walking by 30 feet, I'm gonna go out the broken part 30 feet.
Okay. And at this point, you're trying to run away from him, right?
I'm trying to drag him out into the open area.
Okay.
So I guess I would hold my movement until I see him move towards me, and then I'd keep moving the 30 feet.
Yeah, that's great. Okay. So, his turn then, and back to
So
right
thick.
there. And I don't think where you are right out of his line of sight.
Okay.
So he's looking around. It looks like you're in the corner there, so I'll give you that, right?
Yeah.
But what do? Now this is out of combat, so tell me, what
Okay.
do you want to do?
If I see that he just kind of pauses, hangs out, I would try to take a hit with my bow again.
All right.
He's gonna bring this thing back to the whole caravan. Like, all right, guys, us and 15 others are
It
gonna.
takes me
Hey,
4
I'm
months
bringing the
drag
party
this
to
thing back
you.
Phandalin.
Right.
You're just pulling a Iron Man. Hey guys, I'm bringing the party to you. That's not a party.
Well, can I
Nice.
see him? I guess if he can't see me, can I see him?
You can barely make him out,
Okay.
you know, but it's like you're peering over the corner. You know what I mean? Like a Fortnite kind of like check around the corner.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Then if we're out of combat and this is kind of, I can take it and whatever, then I'll.
Yeah. You want to try another attack? Go for it.
I'm gonna use my last spell slot, first level spell slot, and cast
Alright.
Zephyr Strike for it.
All right.
Oh, 1. Man,
Nice.
that's bonus 1 damage, but it's fine because
Yeah.
it gives me advantage. So. Ah, 16 again.
Does not hit.
Okay.
And this time he saw where that arrow came from, and he moves a little bit closer, but he sees you.
Once he sees me, I use my movement to the 30 feet from the Zephyr Strike. I use that to run out the wall.
Okay, great. So let's go ahead and move yourself real quick.
Okay.
At 30 feet. All right.
I
will, and then we'll bring it back to Webster.
Actually, I'm gonna go 20 feet this way and then 15 feet there.
I like it. Go for it.
At this point, if you die, I don't feel bad for you.
That's what you get for splitting the party.
Back up to Webster.
Okay, Webster's just trying to find me now. He's like, "Oh my god, so
Oh my
he's in
god.
80 feet of movement. Get there.
Vindictive Jukebox is just like what?
Okay, yeah, he's here.
Okay, great. All right. Yeah, okay. With his movement then, back to you.
Okay. Now I want to take the hide action and move into like this doorway here.
Okay. Yeah, so when you hide, you go right into stealth mode. So I would just say, let's just see if against his perception, if you are spotted by him. So still do a stealth check, and let's just see that you don't fail it.
Okay. It's 10 plus 5, but I think I have something where like hiding just happens.
I think so too, right? As ranger,
Yeah, I think
it's your gloom stalker or dread
Yeah.
ambusher.
I think as long as I have at least half cover, I can hide like normal. And,
All
like,
right,
6
perfect.
feet.
So you are hidden from him.
Okay.
So it is his turn, and he goes to where he thought you were, and right about there. Yeah, there you go. And he doesn't see you.
Okay. I wait and I listen.
'Kay.
Uh,
And
Webster continues to move towards me. Oops.
Yep.
And he goes up the wall and he wants to stand on top of the wall that he's on.
At this point, what happens? The creature moves into the shadows over here.
Uh-huh.
And Webster, if he's all the way up there, he can see this. And then he phases through the wall to the south and disappears.
What kind of creature is this thing?
This
No,
thing
am
seems
I-
a little bit out of my ability.
You've never seen it before, yeah, no.
Okay. Oh man, I
And
hate to
that
leave.
noise that you hear, that whispering, that like echoing, stops.
And that started when I attacked him initially.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I think that I have to circle back with my group and we'll tackle this.
Oh, thank God.
Smart move. I was like, he said to keep on. I was like, why don't you just go ahead and just shoot it every once in a while, and hopefully keep rolling good, and then bring it back to the
Well,
party.
that's what my initial plan was, but he doesn't seem to want to leave the walls.
So he's like the treasure guardian, pretty much.
Seems like it. I was hoping that once he died, the area would be unprotected.
Yeah, good luck killing that thing.
Yeah, we'll have to come back.
Was this just in the woods, like on the way?
I was tracking his niece.
Mm-hmm.
Right, and then you just happened upon the hobgoblins.
Mm-hmm.
As far as we know.
Well, we're out of creepy zone, so I went back to the undersea.
Oh yeah.
There you go.
I'm keeping
All right.
it creepy. We're still in the forest.
Yeah.
Fayvre, do you leave the camp or the area?
But I
Alright.
make sure to like remember where it is, try to like track so that we can get back to it.
Give me a Arcana check.
Fayvre is
24?
stuck in the forest.
Nice.
Ooh.
Okay, so as you leave, the fog kind of continues to thicken, and what ends up happening is with that Arcana check, you feel like something else is kind of going on here, and you headed north. You're heading east. What ends up happening is you end up exiting close to Adabra's windmill.
I don't cross the trail at all.
No. And so you end up maybe, I'd say 100 or 150 feet away from that windmill, and you can see it. Meanwhile,
What was the pink circle for? What was that again?
Did you walk through the forest?
So the back in Phandalin, Sildar had mapped out multiple areas in that forested area where the black, was it the black spider? I'm sorry, I'm ruining it. But the black spider was actually having multiple kind of goons travel into, and they had many scouting parties go into this area, and they disappeared.
Because they weren't me.
Yeah. And that's kind of their last known area. So this whole circle was circled by Sildar, telling you about that this is the area where they think they're hiding, and this is that Baelfor would remember where the same organization that was about to take over the farms over in Phandalin. You remember you and Fayvre were fighting against 3 bandits, right? And you were able to save those 2 guys. Yeah. So, but yeah, so Fayvre's over in yonder in this area. Back to the crew.
Could I make like could I try to figure out what happened? Like with a 24?
Yeah, you definitely can. I mean, you're walking out of what you feel like is enough paces to where you had lost the footsteps originally, and it feels like you should be right where the footsteps are, and then it ends up that you're at a totally different part of the forest. It's a familiar side of the forest that you've trekked through, but you're thinking that there's some kind of maybe curse or some kind of magical force, something going on in this area that, unless you're well versed, you could easily end up lost in the forest.
Does that feel similar to like how Webster kind of teleported when he attacked?
Oh, no, it doesn't
Okay.
feel the same. No.
Okay.
Yeah. So with that, we'll go back to the main group that have been waiting on. You guys are camped for the night.
Wait,
and
am I ahead of them now?
You are technically ahead of them.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, for everybody else, you're at a campfire. Who's maybe the first one to keep watch?
I need my rest.
Not me.
Not this time.
I can stay up. I have full health and everything.
All right. Go ahead.
I
and
get the last watch.
Okay. And then with
But I-
only you two, you can bounce off of, because you're traveling with the rest of the group, the rest of the folks from the loggers camp. And
Yep.
so just sorry, Cora, please give me a perception check.
Okay.
Is she staying up alone? I'll Didi will stay up with her.
Okay, yeah.
I got a 17.
That was a really cool dice.
Yeah, that was
I
awesome.
know.
Did you
Well,
use that
we had some downtime, so
one? You're clicking through.
yeah, it's just like boop 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 boop.
It's such a process to find the dice and get them all set up.
Yeah, there is Dice So Nice, which should be an option for you guys to mess with on
Yes.
The settings button on the far right side of the screen. There's like gears, and then it should
Settings, and then configure settings, and configure settings. You go to what was it? Module
It's-
settings, and then under module settings, you go to Dice So Nice and click My Dice settings,
be. Yep.
and then you can click through and pick out fun stuff. But I already called these, so no copycat.
Yeah. So feel free.
I'm just
as we have
kidding.
some
You can have the
downtime.
same dice. Okay, I got a 17 on my perception.
Yeah. So with that, you don't notice anything out of the ordinary. You do hear kind of a little bit of a swooping, and then a catch, just and then you don't hear anything else. And you put it together with the 17, likely some kind of eagle or some kind of bird catching a prey. But other than that, nothing happens
Some
on
kind
your
of some kind of Ted.
watch. Some
Is
kind
Ted
of Ted.
asleep?
Yeah, but not Ted.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. And then you were up with Didi, so you two are kind of up just watching. And Didi, if you wanted to roll perception.
Yeah.
All right. What you get? There we go. Nice. Didi, you were up talking with Cora, and you can definitely have a conversation and everything, but you're still very present in the moment and trying to look out, especially after the giant plant monster and having a spa go off and all this near you. You're just kind of a little bit more aware, but you hear the same noise. Being someone who is very close to forests and forest animals, how would you react to hearing that?
Could you remind me what I heard, please?
That's okay. Yeah. You hear a very low swooping of bird feathers, and then and and it's gets flown off. I said I like it hurt or something like Spanish.
And Ted's sleeping, right? So it's
Yeah,
not
I'm still
Ted.
asleep. You see
Yeah.
me roosting in a tree. I was gonna mention, say, hey, I use mold earth to make a little half wall circle again.
Okay. Yeah.
I will always do that every time we camp.
Every time. Just
Every
make your mark,
time.
right? Make your mark.
About how far away was this giant eagle thing snatching something out of the forest?
Probably like 40 feet or so.
That's pretty close.
Yeah, definitely outside of the fire, the light of the fire. You guys got kind of going for your camp.
Which direction is it? We need. I
It
don't know.
was just north of where you guys are camped, and you kind of see just more forest, right? Tall trees,
Mhm.
small trees, bushes.
It's probably just normal forest fodder. Yeah.
I don't know. Can I cast animal handling to find out if I know anything about this animal sound?
So you could do an animal handling check, right? And just kind of based on your history and understanding, you can actually see if put it together. Yeah, there you go. So with a 21, the feathers sounded like an eagle's, and the noise sounded like a fox.
I'm just gonna chill. I
All right.
If anything else happens, maybe we'll be on guard.
Yeah. Perfect. So Cora and Didi, your watch closes off, able to go and get a full long rest. And I think Ted, did you say you're gonna be up next?
I'm taking the last watch.
Okay. Yeah.
That way I can get my full
The
rest.
second watch, the second watch is Cora's brothers, and they, and then, Eris rolled a natural 1, but Cuomo saved him with the 17. So, easy enough though. Nothing kind of crazy happens on their watch. Nothing to report to you, Ted, as well as with Tybor being up next to you. So it's you and Tybor on the last watch. And if you want to give me a quick perception, I'll roll one for. Nice, he got a 19. Oh, did you roll in?
Oh, sorry.
It's okay.
I thought you were still talking about the twins. So quick
No.
perception check.
Yeah.
All right.
I think
16.
the forest background is like, I don't know if it's slowing down me, but you're like slowly moving.
Yeah.
So yeah, with your 19 and 16, you guys don't really notice anything out of the ordinary. Just like little chirping of birds and things like that. Nothing that sounds strange. But Tybor talks to you and he says, "So you're a brewer? How are you a fighter and a brewer?"
Well, I'm not a fighter. I'm a sorcerer.
Oh yes, you're the one that was throwing all the spells all over there. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Where'd you find time to learn about brewing then?
I'm actually, just a former student at Strixhaven, so
Strixhaven.
yeah,
Oh.
that's where I picked up brewery, a little bit of potion. I just took the class on a whim and got really interested, and it's just kind of stuck with me. It's like I always knew I could do magic, and I figured, I wanted to expand that, and I love being out in the woods and exploring new things, and yeah, for some reason that class just clicked for me.
Amazing.
So
Do you know the professor? What's her name? Leandra Ulin?
Let me
do a
double check.
You can do a history check.
Okay. At the moment, I'm so tired. No. It's just like the name kind of familiar, but not at the top of my head.
Yeah. And he's like, "Oh, Leandra's a really good friend of mine. I know school's in session right now, and I don't know what you're out here trying to help us all. Did it take you from your studies or?
No, I'm taking a holiday, taking a break. Plus, I kind of needed money for the next tuition.
Yes, it's
And
always a cost. Strixhaven
brewing.
is a little bit
Yeah.
expensive. Well, if you ever need maybe a note of a recommendation to get back in, please just let me know. Leandra and I are
Ooh.
best of friends, and I believe now she's a dean even. So,
Ooh. Okay. All right. I'm
but
putting in
you
the
saved my
notes.
neck, and maybe I can save yours.
I would appreciate that.
Absolutely. So, as the night turns into dawn, Fayvre, we snap back to you, and you are you appear on the other side of the forest. It's about to be dawn. What's the last thing that you do?
I guess I just try to figure out. I know where I am because of the windmill, I guess.
Yeah.
And so I would just try to figure out, like, am I farther ahead than they should be? And if I am, then I would head back down towards the direction I think they are.
Right. So judging by the amount of time that you're looking out at that it is dawn, and then you trace your steps, not your steps, but you remember back how long it took you to go from the place that you were at, the chapel, to the outskirts where you thought you were heading. You feel like they probably have camped by now. And if they've camped, there's no way they would be this far ahead.
Okay. I'm actually probably would be like unsure of the passage of time since I've now like come out in this totally different place than I thought. So I'm just gonna head to Phandalin.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Well, with that said, I think that's where we're end the night.